Welcome back to the Golden Squad podcast.
That was Kristen, who plays Jade. I am Luke, your GM, and this is the final episode of the Impersonation arc. We end this arc with a bit of a return to the solo style you saw in the first arc. I ended up tacking the solo session onto the end of this one, and I'll call out when we get there. One other thing I did want to call out for this session, there's a bit of a short, gruesome scene at the end of the group session. It's at about the 1 hour, 5 minute mark, and it lasts about 4 minutes. So if you have a squeamish stomach for that type of described thing, then consider skipping that segment. Other than that, not much else to go over, so why am I even really talking? Stay beautiful.
So recap is really easy because we got through 12 seconds of gameplay.
We're still
you guys were fighting, yeah. You've been fighting for 2 sessions now. In the last fight, you guys were able to knock out the katana lady and Morph.
With a book? Was that what knocked her out? I can't remember.
No, it took a
her?
while. Yeah, it took a while to take her down. Did I finish her off?
Yeah, I do not remember who was the knockout blow.
But she got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Morph got taken out by the book. It was a readied action from Edward.
That's what it was. Yes. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I remember someone getting clocked with a book. Real good.
There was an RPG that went off and hurt everybody except for one of the soldiers, and I think it was Stu. I think it hurt everybody.
I think it
else
even
a little
hit
bit.
the guy that launched it.
No, he's one of the 2 that didn't. It didn't hit.
Oh,
That's right, because he got blasted backwards by it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jade finished off Katana Person, but she had to step away. I was playing her character, so she did a teleport dragon kick into Katana Person.
You are
Mhm.
right. I recall that now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Then she teleported back to Zack, so she should be standing next to Zack. Callum throws an armband at one of the Morph, does nothing. Edward uses insight to determine which Morph is real, books him into unconsciousness, and now Callum is about
I think JJ grabbed the armband because he asked me what I wanted to do with it. And we were like, well, my powers are still sealed, and this goober has now the armband. So probably not getting rid of it, because what if it has my powers in the armband? Like, what if it's a power sealer or stealer? Too much
Okay.
unknown tech.
And I think we just finished the entire cycle, so it was back to the top.
Yeah, we were onto a fresh round.
Okay. So that makes it the motorcycle head guy's turn.
Yeah, but Callum is holding a spear to this lady's...
a
What?
spear.
Or not spear, katana.
Yeah,
Why did I say
katana.
spear? Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez, where did I get that from?
Her name
He's
is Katana,
holding.
and she uses it.
This whole time, her name's Katana, but she's been wielding a spear. It's really confusing.
It's named Spear, but it's actually an axe.
We'll just call it a halberd and everyone wins.
Yeah. All right. Do anybody have any questions as to the state of... I think your entire squad that you're there with has been damaged, but no one is down.
Correct.
Okay, all I know, though, the last moment was Callum makes the threat to end Katana Person's life, and now it is Motorcycle Head's turn.
Yes. Oh, actually,
Mhm.
no. Here's... I'll go over damage, because that's an important thing. And
Yeah.
So, motorcycle head guy is undamaged. Katana person is incapacitated. The Stu Semenitar is undamaged. Zack is undamaged. And Zack has 1 luck and 1 hero point remaining. Morph is knocked out. JJ is staggered with 3 bruises. There's a soldier that just fired the RPG. He is prone but undamaged. Tin Peaks is staggered with 2 bruises. Jade is undamaged with 3 lucks, no hero points, and she's fatigued. Edward is 1 bruise and 1 hero point, and Callum is fatigued with no hero points and 2 bruises.
Yo, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, so it is Mr. Motorcycle Head's turn.
No, he's a
So-
mister.
Yeah. That
Well, I thought he was
that's
just...
fair. Mr. is his father, so okay.
Y'all, real quick, before we get back into this, for the audio listeners, they won't have this enjoyable experience, but I just opened up the PNG of what I was doing the last time we were playing, and just chaos is all it is.
I will post this. You sent me this specific image, right?
I think I might have placed it in mute.
It's beautiful.
No, I haven't. I will do so right now.
Post that specific image, and I'll put this on the like social media pages when it gets to this episode.
Alex, you know what you need to do is just like above or below each person, you should label who it is. Like put their name.
That's a great idea. Yeah, like actually start naming him. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. That's pretty.
Because you use different ones like each time, so it'd be kind of funny, like which each time, like, but this is them this time. So.
Yeah. So the name stays the same, but the image is always just some random PNG that I've found.
Yeah. Different pose or something.
Oh, the Vans. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the
is that
the white?
FBI?
Is that ripped stew? Is that what that is in the middle? Is that Minotaur?
That's the Minotaur.
Who's the orange guy?
It's Morph.
Yeah, this is Morph and Morph, but one of them has a mustache, so we could tell the difference between the two, even though we don't know who's who.
And a book in his face.
Yeah, that's the one that took a book to the face. And then this Morph has the fuzzy handcuffs, and then Motorcycle Head is in between them. And then one of the soldiers is still up, and the other one's dead because he was shot. Although the one that is standing up is the one that used the rocket. So
yeah.
And Katana is on the ground with a katana.
What's the jacket over there on the right?
That was the jacket that got cut.
Jacket.
Someone slashed. Yeah, someone slashed her jacket. I don't remember who it was.
Got it.
Or she slashed someone's jacket, and so I just did a little line through it.
All right.
I can't remember. You're asking me these questions. I don't know. I just made this
know
picture
later. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. It is Motorcycle Head's turn, and you just threatened to kill Katana Lady, right?
Yep.
Person.
Katana person, right? Yes.
Yeah, Katana person.
Okay. He looks at you with her knife, with her katana to her neck, and he just says, "Kill her. I don't care." He pulls out his an AR assault rifle on his like a sling.
An assault rifle.
A what?
Nothing. He said an AR assault rifle.
AR assault rifle. A little bit redundant. It's the ATM machine. And
I'm actually not 100% sure AR stands for that, but I think it does.
Yes.
Assault rifle.
Okay, good.
Or automatic rifle. Oh, anyways.
He draws it and he fires at
Asynchronous request.
a what?
Just
Nothing.
Keep going.
AR.
Keep going. Keep going.
AR. Gotcha. We're still on AR. So he fires at Tin Peaks. So Tin Peaks is going to.
He's firing another RPG or the AR?
No, just AR at Tin Peaks.
Oh, okay.
Tin Peaks has 2 bruises. Where's your toughness? There it is. Oh, balls. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, Tin Peaks is nice because he's tough.
And he's staggered. Okay, so that's minus. He hits. It does. That's 19. It just ricochets off Tin Peaks' armor, though.
Tin Peaks is badass. Just saying.
Yep, that's his turn. He's not going to move. Stu's turn. It's a Minotaur. He's going to see all this combat going down and realize he's a bit out of his element. He's going to try to get a little bit further away from the fighting. So he is going to head back outside towards the vans. He's going to try his cement whip attack, a little bit longer range. He's going to go for the soldier.
Wait, he's leaving the building?
Yes.
There's soldiers out there?
No. There's the soldier inside that he's doing a ranged attack against him. The soldier.
Gotcha.
And he misses. Zack's turn.
Okay, so Stu just ran past me and did the range attack.
Yeah. Stu is outside somewhat.
I want to actually... JJ has 3 bruises, Tin Peaks has 2. I think I want to try to heal Tin Peaks again. So that's what I'm going to do. Try to heal Tin Peaks.
Okay. So I think healing works from the worst condition to best. Opposite of regeneration. So I'm pretty sure.
Healing 5, range 1, stabilize 1. Okay. So I have healing 5, so I roll a dice, but do I add the healing 5? I forget. Or do I just roll the dice?
No, you roll and add 5.
Okay, we're gonna roll. I got a 14, so add 5, 19.
Yes.
Okay.
For your success, so it's minus 10 would be... You said you rolled 14?
Yep, and then I have healing 5, so that'd be 14 plus 5, 19.
So he is no longer staggered.
Okay, but he still has 2 bruises?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't think I really need to do anything else. I think I'll hold my position.
Okay. Next up is JJ. He's going to put on the armband that you threw him and run over and try to kick Motorcycle Head. And he's still shape-shifting like he was before. Let's see if this does anything.
Go, JJ. It's your birthday. We don't expect anything, but go anyway.
He hits.
Holy fudge. Holy cow. He did something?
Holy cow.
Callum, do a dodge save.
Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's one of my highest saves of a whole 2, I think.
Yep.
This is fine. I'm rolling physical dice. I'm not doing the online roller. A 4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay, roll toughness.
Y'all should have rolled with that online roller. Ooh, question. It was a 5 on the die, so doing real good. I'm only using my stamina because I don't have my prop, so that's only going to be a 9, right? Because I still don't have my powers. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So that was a 9 toughness. How's that do?
Okay.
Does that win? Is that good? Did I win?
Yeah, you're set. So that
Right.
it's,
Awesome.
it's against.
What do I win?
Yeah. Do I win a fist to the face? Yeah. Is it like a 2 degrees of failure?
You have 2 bruises, so it's actually 7.
That's right. Yeah, 2 bruises because that's gonna take the toughness stamina down. Mm-hmm.
It's 2 more bruises and dazed.
So I have a plus 0 to my toughness.
Yeah, as JJ kicks you right in the face, and Motorcycle Head switches places with you.
I feel like I was really robbed of the opportunity to take my vengeance on Katana, but what happens to the sword I'm holding or the katana I'm holding against her throat?
You still have it. You're just not holding it to her throat anymore.
Okay.
What's Callum's bruises at now?
4.
Okay. And he's fatigued.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't heal fatigued.
And I have no powers still.
Correct.
Okay.
And now it's the soldier's turn. He is going to see the bullets bounce off Tin Peaks, and
Wait, it's the soldier's turn again. What about Edward?
Edward hasn't. Edward is. It's Soldier, Tin Peak, Jade, Edward, then Callum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So the soldier that shot the rocket is gonna not move, switch back to his assault rifle that he traded for the rocket launcher, so he can't move. I think he's gonna fire at.
So there's 2 soldiers?
No, there's just 1.
Oh, because this guy already
standing up.
he already shot at Tin Peaks. I'm just wondering why he's going again.
No. Motorcycle Head shot at Tin Peaks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
That's where I messed up.
The soldier witnessed the bullets just bounce off, and he's like, "Okay, well, different target then."
Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
He's gonna shoot at Edward.
Dang it.
So he.
Don't you have book armor?
He does have
Should.
book armor. Yep. Whenever
So
we
you're
go into
good.
combat expectedly, I'm just gonna assume that you turned it on before we. There's no reason
Yeah.
for you to not do that if it's expected. Unexpected, maybe it'll.
On the
take it.
flight over.
Okay, what's your dodge?
My dodge is 4.
Okay, he hits you. Roll your toughness. DC is 20.
Coolio. 50-50 shot here.
And you have 1 bruise, so you subtract 1.
Oh, slightly less. Well, okay, not 1.
You have a hero point.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I get to reroll?
Wait. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. I was gonna give you luck, but never mind.
That is a 13 plus 9 for a total of 22.
All right.
That's better.
Yeah, that's no damage shot. So it just pokes a hole in your cape or jacket or whatever you're.
Maybe destroys a book or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Hits again. It doesn't maybe doesn't destroy it, but just a few bullets into the pages.
Hey, I was going to read that.
The slow way.
Yeah.
That was a real page turner. Tin Peak's turn. Tin Peaks is gonna go for the soldier because he just saw Callum just take a boot to the face from Motorcycle Head, and he doesn't want to do that to one of you guys. All right, so to the soldier. Oh, he misses. Okay, and then it is Jade's turn. The luckiest person.
Yeah.
You have 3 luck left. You have more than anyone else.
Gotta save it for the opportune moment.
I think not getting shot was pretty opportune.
Our targets are the soldier and the motorcycle head guy.
Mm-hmm. And
Have
we
we
need some way of
gotten
disrupting the helmet.
I was gonna say, have we gotten the helmet off of his head yet?
No one has landed a hit on him.
Because he teleports every time.
Which I think to that degree, like, we should try to grapple him, and I have a plan on my turn too, but yeah.
Okay.
But the soldier's also a target, so.
I think I'll go for the teleport guy, and I'll go for the motorcycle head guy.
What do you want to do to him?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna teleport behind him, grab his helmet, rip it off, and kick him in the back.
Okay, so teleport is free, so you're teleporting behind him.
Yeah.
And you're gonna try to grab his helmet.
Yeah, while I'm kicking him in the back, so kind of like a snap kick.
Defies gravity, but that's okay. You have someone who actually can't do that right now, but used to be able to do that. Okay, so
It hurts.
you're going to. What's your strength?
6.
Is that all? It's pretty good, actually. It's 3 times as much as Callum.
Pretty weak
great.
over there.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's 6 times as much as Zack.
Those who live in different gravities, different muscle masses.
Zack, you need to hit the gym.
Oh, I have hit the gym.
I mean, we're superheroes. We should have strength. Come on.
I'm so tough.
I'm surprised.
You can't touch this.
I'm surprised Zack hasn't created some shirt that automatically just works him out while he's just going about his day.
like a massage thing, like one of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like an electric shirt that just stimulates his muscles perfectly. So he's like 24/7 ripped.
Okay, you grab on to the helmet, and as you're pulling, his head switches places with Tin Peak's head, and you try to rip off Tin Peak's head.
Fudge.
What's your attack?
Wait.
What's your damage?
I feel
6?
I feel like that wouldn't work though, because like the space the helmet occupies is bigger than Tin Peak's head, right?
Maybe as she's like coming down, it switches.
Then I'm all of a sudden, okay, explain this to me. I'm all of a sudden on Tin Peaks, or
Yes.
he
Tin Peaks
changed
and
his
the
head.
motorcycle man changed.
Yes.
Switch
So now
spots.
where
Mhm.
the motorcycle head guy was, it now is Tin Peaks.
So I'm kicking Tin Peaks right now, is
Yes.
what you're saying.
And kicking him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Tin Peaks. I didn't know.
Well, what is she doing? Grabbing his head or kicking him?
I was doing the move at the same time. Like I was pulling and kicking at the same time.
Oh, is that 2 actions?
Kind of, but this was an attempt to take it off. I think that was the main goal, is remove the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do this like grapple. So it's contested strengths.
Oh,
Roll your
God.
strength.
I got 13 total.
I'll just treat it like a failed grapple. So you try to grapple him, but Tin Peaks is way too strong for that. So you kind of just slide down Tin Peaks' back. So you're hugging Tin Peaks. Hey, buddy. So we'll say no.
Need a nice hug.
You failed to do any kicks. Anything else?
Just get back on my feet, facing the enemy.
Okay. Edward's turn.
All right, so we still have one dude with a rifle left, and then motorcycle head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will just deal with regular soldier dude, just because I don't have a plan yet for motorcycle head, and I want to see what somebody else could do. So, okay, let's just hurl a book at this guy.
The book that he shot. Return to sender.
Sure. Yes.
You got some crazy high power, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, my throw, I hit with a +8, and the power is 10, so it should hopefully succeed. All right, good to roll?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural 1.
And you... Zack, anything?
Oh, buddy.
It's
Nope.
fine.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I do have to say, I think natural 1 is your favorite roll, though.
I've had wild swings. There was one night we played, I think I rolled like 3 natural 20s in a row. It was awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
That was. I think that was the bank robbery episode.
Oh.
I loved it, but I honestly thought, oh man, there's no way these guys believe me. This has been, but I did legit roll them.
Paying for it this time.
Yep.
I mean, it's just as lucky as a nat 1, I believe you.
All right. Well, if no movement, then Callum's turn.
Yeah. Where am I at relative to everybody?
You're kind of in the
back
of
line.
Everybody. Yeah. The only one that's a little bit further away is Semenitar. Everybody else is kind of clustered together.
All right. Well, if I feel like I'm in a fairly safe position, I'll just stay still.
Motorcycle head and the soldier have assault rifles, so.
Oh,
Even-
is there anywhere that I have cover?
Not really in this hallway. It's just like a plain hallway. There's not really much to. You could take cover behind a body on the ground, maybe for some partial cover.
I thought we were still outside.
No, you're not outside. Only one that's outside is Semenitar. Everybody's inside.
Hmm. See, I thought we were still outside by the vans and stuff.
No.
No, we came in. I know it's been like it was back, 2 episodes ago. That's why
Yeah. You came in because that's where Morph was. Morph was inside, and you guys pushed Morph.
Weren't we dealing with bombs too?
Yes. Oh, so yeah, that's part of the recap. So I'll give you a little bit. There's a actually we'll.
Oh, hey, recap by the way. We had bombs.
Recap. So I guess it was like a month ago at this point. At the very beginning, when you got here, there were soldiers shooting at you from the second floor. Stu sealed the way, so they couldn't go that way. And before you guys went in, there was some soldiers that set some bombs downstairs with a 5-minute timer. That was before you took any actions coming in. It has been maybe a minute since that action had taken place.
We probably need to get some Minotaur down there to stop those bombs.
Mm-hmm.
He did seal the way off from the stairs.
And there were soldiers behind the stairs.
Yes. And they said plan B as soon as they saw the sealed hallway.
Okay.
So there are more soldiers.
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
It's Callum's turn. You are dazed as well. Oh, keep that in mind.
Oh, I thought he was fatigued.
That too.
Oh wait, yeah, he's okay. So fatigued, dazed, and now 4 bruises.
Yeah.
I think Callum's just going to, on his human legs, run.
Outside?
Yeah, I mean, like, I have Katana's sword, but lol, I'm not going to do anything with it. My strength is 2. I'm exhausted and dying. These guys have guns. I think I want to just run away. And then, as I'm running, I'm going to be yelling at JJ to destroy the bracelet.
Armband.
Armband. Destroy the armband.
Okay. Do a will save at the end of your turn.
A will save?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, 18 on the die, but with the great powers of Callum's will. 8. Oh my gosh, 26. Let's go. As
you're running away towards the last few steps of your stride, you lift back up off the ground, hovering again. I do believe.
You had a happy thought.
Tinkerbell. Yeah. I can fly. And then a musical number happens.
We can fly.
All the soldiers come back up and start singing with me.
Okay.
I like it.
Hallam, make a perception check too.
Oh, that's not as good. 6 plus a 9, so 15.
Okay. You notice the soldiers that were blocked by the wall have come outside as well, kind of taking cover from behind the vans that you guys had passed on your way in, and they are basically taking aim at the doorway that you guys saw through. They're a decent distance, so they don't have a minor disadvantage due to the range, but they are within range. And then back to the top,
which is Moto Head
is going to delay his turn.
Wait, Motor is delaying?
Yes. Stu's turn. Okay, he's going to take another cement whip. Concrete whip? I don't know.
So, I think
you
cement...
said this.
Yep, I don't need to get into this.
You idiot. Cement is not that.
Well, Okay, what are we talking about here? Do we want to have this conversation? Concrete is the main thing when people mean like a concrete floor. It's not a cement floor. Cement is the binder. It's like flour. But then when you're in the context you're using it, it sounds like you're gluing someone like a quick draw, like a paste.
A quick dry, a quick read.
And so I think you're actually using cement correctly in this case. So you're fine.
Damn it.
But you kept pausing. I'm like, well,
on that subject of cement, it's also an interesting idea because the classical quickrete, as we understand, is a chemical reaction which causes it to get hot and dry. So, like, how hot does his concrete get depending on the reaction where it hardens? Like, is there an exothermic component to his powers or not? Anyways.
That I have no idea. He hits, and he does not damage the soldier, though. And Zack's turn.
Cool. I am going to use remote eye viewing and hijack Motorhead sight.
Okay. Trying to take his sight away?
Yes.
Okay. So the other eye viewing part of it is free, and I think the take vision part is an affliction.
Yeah. At least I think that's where we left it. Let's see. Ranged affliction 4.
4.
Cumulative 1. Concentration 1. Ranged 1. Instant recovery -1. Limited degree -1. Limited -1.
Limited.
Oh, but cumulative is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so that if I keep doing it, it gets... Yeah.
Okay. It's only a 4, so that's a little bit low, but I think we'll see. What's its did we say fortitude or will? We never wrote it down.
Should be will is what I remember using.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. I don't know why it would be fortitude.
Yeah. Because affliction can be a wide variety of things. So yeah, I agree. I think it's will. Okay, so let's check will.
So what do you want me to do?
Nothing. You don't need to do anything. Because this is a perception based, well, kind of perception based. It's a link skill, which is perception. The link skill is perception based. So you've hit because it is perception based. No need to roll. So it's a 14 is the DC against his will.
Does it factor my willpower, or is it just 10 plus my rank?
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
So he is blind. And then it is JJ's turn. JJ's going...
can I just say something real quick?
To JJ?
No, about what just happened to everyone else. Motorhead is blind now, so the thinking is he won't be able to swap with another person if you guys attack him.
Hey, cool.
He has to have visual sight to activate the power.
I mean, I'm guessing. That's my hunch. Yeah.
We don't know,
Maybe.
But it's a great experiment.
No.
Why not try?
I also am. I have to maintain my composure here, so I can't do anything else but do this.
Yes, you are basically blind as well.
Yeah.
But yes, then next up is JJ. So JJ's going to heed your advice, take off the armband and stomp on it. And what's going to happen to the armband is it's going to shatter into pieces.
Perfect.
The soldier, who is surprisingly still up, is going to take shots at Edward again.
Hey, go away.
Okay, fine.
He hits, and then it's Edward's toughness against a 20, I think it was. So rifles are 5, right? No, it's 4. It's 19.
19, okay. I rolled an 18 on the dice, so 27.
Yeah. Your bullet just absorbed into the book. Is it the same book?
Sure. Yeah. I tell him, if you just run away, I won't hit you with a book.
Okay. And then, Zack specifically, make a perception.
Perception roll. Okay, my perception is +7. Gonna roll. I got 18 on the die. So, 25.
Okay, so you also, if you want to call out, you notice the people outside taking aim.
I am currently using Motorhead's vision and stealing it, but I think I still see through his vision, but I take his sight away at the same time.
Yes, you do. You do have his vision still, but
do I lose it too when I'm doing vision theft, or I thought I just took it?
No, you still keep it during vision theft. Still works.
Yeah, but am I blind as well, or am I seeing through what he should?
Yeah. So you see what he would see, and your character is blind. So you can see only his own from what he sees.
And he sees nothing. Okay.
You can see what he would have seen had he could. What do you know?
Right.
Was he not blind?
Wood would a woodchuck.
Yeah. So you can still see.
So I'm calling out the soldiers.
So maybe you notice the soldiers before you do this action, because the angle of it through a motorcycle helmet and everything could be funky. So we'll just say you notice the soldiers before you do this action.
Okay.
So you can call out to the rest of your team about the soldiers existing. The ones outside.
Oh, I thought Callum already noticed them.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything.
Oh.
Apologies. I actually didn't. Yeah. No, I didn't say nothing.
Hey, Callum, watch out. There's soldiers out there.
Oh my God, you guys are right. They're soldiers. Watch out.
I ain't no snitch.
Okay. So at this moment, you hear the indistinguishable sound of another RPG incoming. We're all going to do some dodging here.
Dodge.
As this RPG nails Tin Peaks right in the chest again. Almost a crit. 19. Not quite, though. Okay, so luckily, Motorcycle Head is blind, so he's not going to be able to dodge this, so he's going to take the full force of it, which is a 7. So everyone is going to roll a dodge save.
Is that just dodge plus our dice?
Yes, dodge plus dice.
Okay, I got a 13 plus 5, so I'm at 18.
So this time we roll instead of it being a...
Yes, for the area effect things, it's an actual roll.
10.
I got 20.
One of you has a area of effect resistant advantage, I'm pretty sure.
I rolled a 7 total.
Oh,
I do.
What is that called? The AoE resistance?
Uncanny dodge.
Yes. One of you has that. Is it Callum?
I have it.
You're the only one who's not hit by it. You're too far away. So Callum is safe.
Oh, perfect.
And then everyone else, Stu is safe too. So Minotaur is safe, and
I rolled a 20. Shouldn't I be safe?
No, he's just saying you have to roll because you're in range.
yeah. So
I see.
you're in range of the explosion. They're outside the range of the explosion. So you rolled a 20.
Wait, is that total? That's with your dodge, or?
Yeah. So the DC for the explosion radius is 22.
Well, I got a total 18 with my dodge, so.
Okay. So you get hit with the full force. Edward,
It's a total of a 7.
you also get hit with the full force. Jade,
Total of 20 together?
Together it's 20.
Yeah.
You also get hit with the full force. Okay.
What?
Yep, it's 22.
Well, but now we measure our toughness.
That's just to avoid taking full damage.
Okay.
So you take half damage if you can get out of the blast radius. And then I'll go down the list. So Motorcycle Head is first.
Oh, did that soldier get hit? The one with the AR?
Yeah, he will get hit too.
Okay. And what about Stu?
Stu is out of range, so he doesn't get hit.
Okay, so.
So Motorcycle Head does get hit because he can't dodge due to his disadvantage. He takes a bruise from this. Not a huge hit, but a hit. Zack, go ahead and roll toughness. It's a 22.
Okay, my toughness is 9, and I rolled 19. Oh, 28.
Yo, you rolled 9. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
JJ. This blast knocked JJ out.
Oh, fudge.
The soldier...
Who knows if that was actually what it was supposed to do, but we did it.
And that is enough to knock him out. So the soldier is unconscious. Well, the soldier that was with you guys is unconscious now. Tin Peaks is 2 more bruises and dazed. Jade, go ahead and roll your toughness. It is a 22.
Ooh, I rolled a nat 20.
I mean, if your toughness is 2 or higher, then you're good.
Oh, it's 5.
Okay. You're good. Brushing off rocket blasts like it's nothing. headward.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm tough.
I rolled a 14 plus 9 for 23.
Yep, you're good too. And then Callum's out of range. Okay. You hear gunfire following the rocket blast. Let's see how they do. They hit just barely, shooting at Tin Peaks. Nat 1. Nope, nothing happens. 12, okay. 4, okay. So Tin Peaks is now fatigued, but
Well, that's not good.
the other ones missed.
Or Tin Peaks.
So he's fatigued and dazed, and 4 bruises.
Yes.
He's fine, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine.
He's a beast. And then that's the end of the soldier's turn, and it's Tin Peak's turn. He is going to...
Rush Motorhead like bug.
No, because he is dazed, which means he can only move or attack. He's going to take cover inside behind the door from the people that are shooting from outside, and then wait till next turn when he's back to normal. So end of his turn, he loses dazed. So on his next turn, he can both move and attack. Jade's turn. With you, in the room is just the motorcycle guy, and outside there are 4 soldiers that are shooting inward.
And right now, motorcycle guy is vulnerable. I'm keeping him blind right now so that we can take him down.
Okay, I'm gonna teleport and kick him really hard.
And try this again.
Right in the stomach.
The shot.
Knock the breath out of him. Knock him out.
This is what kills Callum right here.
You're gonna kick him? Okay, so you're not. She's not taking the helmet off. She's kicking him.
No, because I think he needs to be like literally knocked out for us to take off the helmet. So I'm gonna go for the knockout.
Okay. My theory with the blinding thing is that he won't be able to teleport because he's now blind. So either way, if you want to kick him or if you want to take it off his head, but yeah.
I was just thinking about knocking the wind out of him and then taking his helmet off, but I could try to. I could go for the helmet if that's what you guys think.
My only thinking on it is just to be better safe than sorry, because if you kick and he is still able to teleport, someone else is getting kicked. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I'll go for the helmet then.
Okay. We're going to do another grapple.
Okay. 16 total.
You remove the helmet from his head.
Yes.
Nice.
Who is the masked villain?
Unknown.
Who is he?
Never seen him before.
What? I'm disappointed.
Well, Oh, you missed it. The powers are in the motorcycle helmet, not in the person.
That is an assumption. That was not revealed by me.
It's what we're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Okay, so you have the helmet. Is there anything you want to do? Anything else on your turn?
Can I put the helmet on?
Yeah?
I want to put the helmet on and see what happens.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, it'll be fine.
You put it on.
Does anything happen?
You're wearing a helmet.
Ah, okay. I am thoroughly disappointed with this.
I'm assuming there's something that is allowing them to activate the tech that we just don't understand. Oh no. I think it's the same thing that happened with the armband.
It could be the case that the guy actually does have powers, though. So who knows? Either way, he's blind.
Is there anything you want to do specifically with the helmet? Like are you just putting it on and that's all?
I was just gonna see if it had any powers, I guess.
You want to try to exchange
Can
places with somebody?
I mean, I can already teleport, but I suppose I could try to.
You can't teleport
Which
other
places?
people, though, right?
That's true.
Okay.
So I guess I'll give that a try. Is that a perception roll or whatever?
No. You want to try it? Is that?
Yeah, I want to try. I guess I'll give it a try. I don't even know how to, but I'll try.
Who are you gonna do it with?
I don't know. Is there any advantage of having somebody?
Yeah, one of the soldiers outside.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay. Because this is foreign to you, I'm gonna give you a penalty.
Oh.
But you're going to try this. It's perception based for you, so you don't need to roll anything. But you're gonna be doing it. The person that's receiving it is gonna get, I guess, an advantage on resisting.
Okay.
So just one of the 4 soldiers outside.
Okay. So I don't have to roll?
No? Yeah, nothing happens.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So you try. You feel like you kind of like flicker over there, like your vision flickers to where that person was, but you stay where you are.
Is she hallucinating this, or does it actually have powers?
So she is not able to activate any of its powers, but it appears to have powers.
Okay, cool. So we weren't wrong. It has powers. Okay, cool.
I have strongly hinted yes. Then
Okay.
that is the case. That the helmet itself is the device that's giving this ability.
Okay.
But I don't know how to access its full potential.
Yeah, it takes longer than 1 second of wearing it to figure it out.
Is that
Listen,
what's
Jade.
happening?
Listen, there is no spoon.
Okay, so Jade's wearing the helmet. Edward's turn. You have a blind, motorcycle helmetless motorcycle head. Should give him a name.
Eventually, we'll get a name. All right.
Name him after the book you crush him with.
I'm trying to figure, so the guys who just hit us with guy or guys who just hit us with RPGs.
There's 4 soldiers outside that shot. 1 shot an RPG, the other 3 are firing the tranquilizer rifles.
Okay, well, in my opinion, right now, RPG guy is the biggest threat. I think, or does anybody disagree?
I feel like Callum and Jade are more than capable of demolishing those guys out there, and that right now I potentially will not be able to keep this guy blind by the time the next turn rolls around, so I think you should take out Motorcycle Head, but that's my reason.
Fair enough, because I think I would have a chance to, because he's blind, I have a better odds of hitting it, right, Luke?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just take the more sure win. I'm going to hit Motorcycle Head with a book.
What is the name of the book you're throwing?
War and Peace. So we can call him... No. Name Tolstoy.
How do you spell it?
Tolstoy.
Yeah, Leo Tolstoy. Or you can go with another, author.
Tully.
Oh,
yeah.
How about Tolls?
Tolls.
Yeah, Tolls.
Name him Tolls. Okay, I'm gonna write that down as his Motorcycle Head is gone because he no longer has the helmet. Tolls.
Okay. Rolling my attack.
Nat 1 again.
Fudge, you hookiness.
No,
It really is.
that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, every time I've attacked, I'm out of luck, but all 3 of the initial rolls were just...
You did get an 18 though, so it's kind of swinging wildly. And yeah.
That's terrible.
It's gonna roll.
You know what, buddy? I'm giving my luck to you. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's enough.
It is... Oh, just because of the minimum roll from luck?
Yeah, minimum
Okay.
10.
Cool, I only rolled a 7 on the dice, so that would have only been a 15, so...
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so, okay. 10 is the minimum, so it's 18 or something like that?
18 is the total?
If it's 10, if 10 is the minimum, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you hit. What's the damage?
Power 10.
25. Okay. He gets 2 bruises and is dazed. So he has 3 bruises total now.
So he's got total of 3 bruises? Sorry.
Yeah, total of 3 bruises and he's dazed.
Bulls has 3 bruises.
Okay.
I mean, it's a start.
Callum's turn.
Could be better.
And you have your powers back, so you are back in operation.
Okay.
And you're outside.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to throw some... I mean, I'm assuming from all the rockets that have gone off in the area, there's rocks and stones in and around, and he's just going to use that as ammunition to gravity shot the guards.
Rock and stone.
Rock and stone.
Try to hit all of them?
See, because multi-attack. So that was the thing. Is I can't remember how that would work. But if they're all guards, they would all get just 1 bopped, wouldn't they? Because they have minion health.
Fail, yeah. If they fail, they insta go down. Yeah. So the way multi-attack works is for every additional target, all of the targets get reduced effect. So if you're targeting 4 people, you get -4 to every roll.
Okay. I mean, I have a +10. So how many guards were coming out of the side gate? Was it just the 2?
There's 4.
4? Okay, then I'll multi-attack all 4.
Okay.
So at a +6. No, because I'm fatigued still, aren't I? So isn't that a -2?
No, fatigue doesn't. Fatigue is movement speed.
Okay, so I have no deductions to my attack. So it's just the -4 from the multi.
You're no longer dazed, so you're good.
Okay. So it was 15 on the die +6 would be 21.
-4.
That's with the -4.
Oh, that's with the -4.
So
Yeah.
that's the first one. You're doing 4, right?
So I'm rolling for each one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 on the first, 19 on the second, 25 on the third, and the last one is a 9. Those are my 2 hits.
You knock out all but the last one. So
Like pepper spray.
3 of them go down with these hits. 1 remains.
Did that one take any damage?
No.
Okay.
It was a grazing blow or something. 3 of it take rocks or sticks to the head and pine cones. And they just fall over. Don't look at me like that.
That was quite the noise you made.
Ow. Okay. And that's Callum's turn, and then Motorcycle Head's turn. Oh, he delayed. I forgot.
Well,
I guess I'll do him now.
Back-to-back turns. This is gonna suck.
that's not a thing. Is that a thing?
It's up to Luke.
So the first turn's gonna be nothing though, because he can't unless he's gonna roll to get this affliction removed, and if he fails, then that's his turn. There's a decent chance that his turn is gonna be nothing.
I just figured delaying would reposition you in the turn order wherever you popped in.
Yeah, I messed. It was my fault. I messed up. I was gonna put him by the soldiers, but I forgot.
Oh, that's right. He's delaying, not ready in action. That's what
Yeah. I'll judge based on how he rolls. What was the
Affliction 4?
4? Okay, he gets his vision back, so I won't give him 2 turns in a row. Okay, his turn. He's going to rub his eyes and look around and realize that Jade just took that helmet off, and he's gonna try to pull it back from her. So Jade, contested strength.
Strength check.
12 total.
You have luck.
That's true.
You want to use it?
Sure. Why not?
Well, it's minimum 10, so
14 total. Well, then I guess 18 total.
You're able to resist this pullback, so you're able to hang on to the helmet as he's trying to yank it back from you.
It's my helmet.
does that put Jade down to 1 luck now?
What? I thought I had 3.
Well, you already used 2 this fight now.
No, that was my first one.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I should have 2
I had it.
left.
I marked it wrong too, I guess. Yeah, 2 left then. Then back to Stu's turn. He's gonna try to get the last soldier. He hits. Does he get it? He does. So Stu knocks out the last soldier. Zack's turn. The only one left standing is the motorcycle head. Tolls, I mean. Is the only enemy that's still up.
okay. I am going to...
And if I wasn't clear, the vision thing dropped, so you can see again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take his vision again, because I don't feel comfortable shooting him. So I'm gonna try to take his vision one more time.
Okay.
I don't roll on that. That's just affliction 4.
Yep. It's his will check. He barely hangs on to his vision.
Okay. I'm also gonna ask Stu if he can undo the wall he created.
He cannot.
Okay. Then, is there movement that I can take? I want to take movement to try to get...
So you can get to the other side of the wall.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I do. I want to tell Stu that he should try to get to the other side of the wall and disable the bomb, or cement the bomb
Okay.
with his power.
I'm going to say it's longer than the free action to explain exactly where the bomb is.
Oh, well, just tell him get the bomb below. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Go downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. So on Stu's... Stu just went, though, so...
Yeah, I'm just letting him know, so... Because, I think he's our only hope for that bomb, so...
There are several bombs, by the way.
Oh.
You saw them put at least 3, I don't remember what I said, maybe 4, bricks of C4 on different pillars below the building.
Do we know with his power if it's feasible for him to just, taste them all, or with the 3.5 minutes we have left, or is that unfeasible with his power? Like, does he have to dedicate like a significant amount of time to like brick one of those?
I mean, if he was down there right now, then yeah, he'd have enough time. But finding them may be variable. So how long it takes to get there would have to come into play.
So I want to go with him, but because I'm guessing I can help find them with my EM sense, but
Yeah. Okay. Knocked out. Tin Peaks is next. He's gonna come out and try to take a swipe at Motorcycle Guy. Alright, Tolls. I'm used to calling him Motorcycle Guy. Tolls. He rolled an @1. Jade's turn.
Right. I think I want to try to maybe go after one of the guys.
The only one left is Toll.
Toll, yeah.
He's literally trying to grapple with you right now.
Okay. So
Motorcycle man, get off.
maybe I guess I'll just go for a punch in his face, because usually that works for me well.
Alright. Fighting.
Yep. Alright. 17 total.
Okay, you hit. What's your
yeah.
strength?
6. See, every time I use my fists, I should just make sure I just keep doing that.
And he gets hit. So he gets another bruise. Oh wait, he has 3 bruises already, so he gets 2 bruises. He has 5 bruises now. Okay. Edward's turn.
he's also dazed, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
I will once again try to throw a book at Motorcycle Head.
Nat 20. Is that better?
I'll take it. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
More like 14.
That is a 7 on the dice. That's a little bit better. So that'll be a total of a 15.
15 is not good enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's okay.
Any movement?
I'll converge on him a little bit.
Okay.
I'll tell him we will accept your surrender at this point.
No surrender.
Yeah. Alex is making his art.
Oh, I forgot about that. I had the other page open.
These are all the characters that we have that are fighting each other.
He says, "What are your terms?"
Oh, I didn't expect that to work. What are our terms, guys?
Well, disarm the bombs.
Yeah, I was gonna say bombs.
the first
the
thing.
only terms.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just gonna beat his shit down and take him anyway. But yeah, the bombs could be helpful, I guess.
So the terms are disarm your bombs.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
we'll take you prisoner and we won't kill you.
Yeah, disarm the bombs and we take you in alive.
Okay, Edward, roll your persuasion,
I don't know that I'm.
or you can do intimidation if you want.
One of those I might be better than the other. Persuade. Nope, they're both +0.
Yeah, I always thought that was great just listening to the first episodes. Now I'm like, wait, he's a lawyer with 0 persuasion?
Yeah, that was really good.
I should have put some stuff in there. I put a lot in law and not very much in so maybe that's the next level up is to some persuasion. I don't know. Okay, so 0. That is a 10.
Is there any assists that we can provide as fellow people standing in the area?
If it was my turn, I could try to persuade, but yeah.
What's the roll? Are you trying to talk him down or trying to pressure him down?
We're making threats, so I'm going to say intimidation.
I will let Jade roll an assist on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, well, tell me what you roll with your intimidation modifier.
Oh, I rolled an 8. Oh, and then I look at my intimidation. I don't have very much intimidation. So total is 10.
No. He says,
And
not
5-4.
not worth it.
Not-
I don't know what kind of prison you're going to put me in. Not worth it. Callum's turn.
Okay, I guess we're just putting you in the ground then, and he's gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
With-
Not sure what
with-
prison you think is worse than death, but hey.
With all the random debris around, he'll grab something nearby and
Gravity shot.
kunk kunk cuckoo. Is the other soldier still up, or did we get that last one down?
Stu got him. Yeah.
You got him. Okay, so then yeah, I'll single shot him.
Okay. Go ahead, roll.
Oh boy, with a 4 on the die plus a 10, that would be a 14. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I think the fatigue is getting to Callum. He's shaken. He can't aim very well, and the stuff around him is just slowly dwindling as he used it in his previous attacks. So he's scrambling.
He is going to, instead of trying to take the helmet off of Jade, he is going to shoot at the helmet at this point blank kind of range. He isn't really good. He hits, and then we're going to see if Jade can avoid it.
Better.
Does she need to roll anything?
Yeah, we'll do it like toughness, even though he's shooting something she has, so it'd be more like a disarm, but we'll do toughness.
Not a dodge?
Yeah, I like dodge better, actually, yeah. We'll do dodge. I think Jade has pretty good dodge, too. I think it's a 7.
7's pretty good.
Yeah, I think she's the highest dodge of everybody.
She'll be fine. I'm not worried. Maybe a little. I think he has the understanding that Callum did. And it was like the only regret of like breaking the bracelet was just because it was such an unknown power of like, what does the bracelet do? And the thought of it like stealing other people's powers was like too much to leave out in the open. But the helmet, that's something we should keep.
Okay.
Welcome
back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
It's roll a dodge.
A really important dodge.
What am I dodging?
You're dodging the
gun.
Or Tolls shooting the helmet off from your head.
Oh.
Off with your head.
I got 19 total.
It's enough. The bullets ricochet off the side of it. Doesn't do damage.
Just a glancing blow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Stu and I'm guessing Zack run towards the door that the soldiers came out of. That Stu went in initially. That's their turn pretty much entirely. They could make it to the downstairs ramp on their turn, towards where Zack saw the soldiers go. I'm assuming that's what he was going to do because that's what he said.
Yeah. So, sorry. So Stu and I are going, or he already took his turn, right?
No, he goes at the same time as you. So
Okay, cool.
if you want to say like come with me and you go together, that's fine.
Yeah. Run. We both go downstairs.
Okay.
Come with me if you want to live.
Morph down, Jade is down, soldiers are down. Tin Peaks is next. He's gonna take another swing at Tolls. Yeah. Missed. Jade's turn again.
Okay. I'm gonna just try to punch him.
Go to sleep.
Here I go.
Yep, fighting.
14 total. I doubt that makes it.
Nope. You got 2 lucks.
Sure, why not?
All right. Roll again. You sure you don't want to pee on yourself?
I got
Hey, man.
19.
That hits. And it's 6 damage.
Strength is 6, yeah.
All right. That straight knocks him out. He rolled a 4, and he had 5 bruises. He was doing a -1 into that one. So, Tolls is knocked out. There are no soldiers left. That's initiative. Conclusion. What do you guys want to do on the rest of your turn? You got 3-ish minutes left on the time that you saw on the bombs. The facility is somewhat large, but Callum has a rough idea of where some things are, and Zack has seen some where the bombs were when he remote eye viewed the soldiers. How do you want to tackle this?
Zack could remote eye through Callum and through comms lead him through the hallways of like where he needs to go to disable him.
Zack views Callum.
Yeah, he's trying to say since Callum is faster that if I hone in on what Callum's doing and stick with him, then through comms I can try to use my EM sight through Callum's sight to find the bombs faster.
Okay.
Bingo bongo.
So the main goal is just defusing or removing the bombs from the building, or how are you going to try to?
It would depend on the first bomb we saw, and then we would make a determination on there. If it was similar to the bombs that were the ones blowing up the city, where they couldn't be moved without blowing them up, then we would try to like disarm or maybe have Cementar encase them. Alternatively, if they were just, bundles of TNT with a fuse, we would throw them into space.
They are simpler bombs. They're not as complex as the ones that were in the city. Fuse is not the right thing. They're maybe a little bit more challenging with like a tripwire or something, so they maybe not diffuse them immediately. But they don't have like pressure gauges and stuff to prevent them from being moved. But there are more than one.
Okay.
Is the plan for Callum to fly in, grab all the ones that...
We could slap JJ and give him flight powers.
He's out. He's knocked out. Yeah, he's knocked out.
Well, we could slap JJ to wake him up.
Oh, that's actually a decent point. So in the building, Tolls, Katana, Morph, JJ, and a bunch of soldiers are unconscious inside.
Okay. Callum grabs the katana and goes around and just starts stabbing him.
Whoa. What's it?
Or he'll grab an assault rifle and just start, putting the bullet in the head.
Executions. I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
What? Oh, sorry. Are we not doing that?
No, we're not.
No, he was recommending that we could save all of them.
we could save the people who are kidnapping and torturing people, and are currently torturing people downstairs. That's
yeah,
fine.
but the thing is, if we detain them at Phi, then we could potentially expose other things that lead to saving more lives, right? But if they die here and there, then we're just in the dark.
Callum is just so far gone mentally, he just doesn't see the value in keeping them alive. Genuinely,
Callum.
he was like, I don't care. You guys make the decision. We need to get these bombs done.
Okay, me, Stu, and Callum are gonna work on the bombs. Let's go with that.
And then we should maybe like restrain and gather up the other people.
Yeah, restraint is fine.
Not executing them as they are unconscious.
No.
Just no need to execute people.
Seems to me like Tin Peaks and could help, get people out. Like what? It just for clarification, we're like in an abandoned like warehouse district, right? Like
there's not like other buildings nearby.
Yeah. So even if these bombs go off, like they're not gonna get too far outside of this one building, I'm assuming.
We just lose all the information in the building, I think is the thing. Like we would lose a lead on what to do.
Yeah, so we're going to try to do that to the max that we can and then get the F out in case we don't get all the bombs and hope whatever remains is salvageable.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, we'll start with bomb disposal technicians here. So you're going to direct him down to where the soldiers were planting the bombs. Let's roll. I'm going to say, let's do your flight power.
Oh, hold on. You're working with Callum. I want to make sure that I'm clear of this building and then engage my sight on Callum. That way I'm not, in danger.
Makes sense. So you and is Stu going to go in with Callum, or is Stu going to stay with you until he gets...
I guess right where I'm at is fine. Right where I'm at's fine. I mean, I can always run out. Let's just say we're not going to go the full 3 minutes or whatever. We're going to try to back out with 30 seconds to spare or something.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind.
I like that. Yeah, as like a last ditch thing, we just want to verify that like we're not going to be staying in.
Yeah, because we don't know how many bombs there are. We can just try to do our best. But that's it.
Okay, Callum, roll your flight. You have super high flight. Isn't it like 14 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, it's flight 4, and then it's dynamic.
It's just
right.
4?
So then I.
No way.
Oh no, that's area flight. Apologies. Gravity flight is 11.
11. Yeah, I knew it was something ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll plus 11.
A middling roll of 20. I rolled a 9.
Okay. You are able to easily get in and get to each of the 5 bombs that were placed along the pillars. You notice that they have that like tripwire, but you can't like turn off the bomb, but you can remove it from the pillar that it's on. So it's not attached with a booby trap or anything like that. It is just
and I'll just be contacting Saminitar and being like, all right, get ready, we're coming back.
Roll
just
perception.
Have him encase him.
Yeah, roll perception while you're down there.
Ooh, not good. Like really bad, actually.
Can I roll perception as well?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Yeah, because I have really good perception, so let me roll that as well.
Callum may have gotten a 4.
Okay, well, I have 7 on the sheet, so I'm gonna roll my dice. I only got 14.
Oh no, sorry. Plus 6, so I was a little bit wrong. It's 7.
Okay, so I got 14 on the die, but that's plus 7 on my sheet, so I'm at 21.
Okay. Zack, you notice that the layout of the building and the placement of the pillars, you realize that there are likely mirrored pillars on the other side of the building. So going up one set of stairs and going down a different set of stairs.
Okay. Do we have time?
Yes. With Callum speed, 100%.
Callum, get to that side. It's probably a mirrored setup. You gotta check for pillars just like the ones you went by, but on the other side of the building.
And doing that, you find a second set of 5 bombs. You pull those out to Saminitar to cover them in concrete. And then, I'm not even going to go over body disposal things because you guys passed that. Okay.
We are going to dispose the bodies? Perfect.
Yeah. Body transport, whatever.
We just pile up the bodies and the bombs and cement them all.
Yep, cement them together, solve both problems one time.
Oh, God.
Fine. It'll be fine.
Like Monsters, Inc. Just a poof.
I don't know how Saminitar could live with himself.
Easily.
Okay, now let's talk about this
Alcohol.
Yeah,
The
right.
bad guys are dead. He is saving innocent lives from the evil doings of these people.
Yeah.
I thought he was stronger. The bottom of the bottle.
Okay, was that an Invincible reference? Because it was a good one.
It was. Yes, it was.
Okay, good. Thank
I
you.
just watched it yesterday. So, all right. Anyway, so we're gonna skip forward a little bit. So I'll give you a little bit about this building, because there was a lot of vague details. So backup's on the way. You have some time to explore the building. You find a few things in the building. Callum had witnessed earlier a room with hardware with wires to the ceiling. You guys re-enter that building, and maybe there's a few like guards in there that immediately surrender when you walk in. They weren't prepared to fight. So hardware's in the building. He's connected to the ceiling. You disconnect him, and he is basically catatonic. He's still what appears to be breathing, as far as cyborgs breathe, but he's still alive, but just in a coma, basically. So he's just unresponsive. And no amount of like slapping him or healing or anything like that seems to help him.
Okay, well, we didn't say we slapped him, and I would not do that.
Yeah. Shaking him.
Yeah, maybe a slight jostle. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Also, in the facility, you find there's a medical clinic. Callum recognizes it. He was brought there briefly. And in the medical clinic, there is also a morgue. And you find the bodies of 3 of the missing people. Pull up the list. Annie Toya, the Elastigirl, as we called her, who had been missing from her job. Her body is there. It is, for lack of a better term, it is flayed. So she is missing a lot of her skin.
Callum is going to be throwing up in the corner when he sees this. I'm assuming he's the one that goes to it, and I don't know if anyone else is there, like running in the underground, so maybe it's only Callum and Zack who are witnessing and seeing the atrocities.
Ralph, he has been decapitated. His brain is missing, and the parts are all still there except for his brain, but his body's in the morgue as well as one you recognize, Exchange, who is in a similar setup. Brain removed, the rest of his parts seem to be intact, but Exchange,
Lord.
Annie, and Ralph are all in the morgue dead.
Callum's going to come over the radio and just check. Have we contacted the authorities yet?
Yes, they're arriving.
Callum's going to go up top, and he's going to individually touch each of the guards and throw them into the air.
As in, kill them?
Yeah, like into space. Just throwing them up.
The soldiers?
Yep. Except Katana, Morph, and Motorcycle Man. Any of the just base soldiers, even their bodies, if they're not alive, all of them. Straight up.
Bye. All right. You don't have to roll for that. You want to throw them into space? Throw them into space.
Yep.
Okay. And then
They took good out of this world. I'm taking evil out of it.
You do find another cell as well when you're there. We'll say someone else you're throwing all the soldiers up.
Yeah, Callum's done. After seeing that, Callum's done.
We'll say Zack opens this door. You see some familiar faces behind this door. Both Axel and Isaac Harris are alive behind this door. They are just as surprised to see you, locked in like a jail cell, if you want to talk to them at all.
Thank God you guys are alive.
Yay!
Because
unlock it and take them out.
Okay.
So wait, Axel was the one that was taken out of the car, right? The explosion?
No, that was Isaac. Isaac is the dad. Axel is the son.
How did the son get taken?
He didn't. I'll give you this detail. The whole time you guys were talking to Axel was actually Morph.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fudge.
That's right. Okay.
Yes. I mean, he would
said
give
that, and I
you
was
the
like,
details.
wait,
like, Axel has been here for days. So
Yeah.
the only way that makes sense is if you were not talking to Axel when you guys met him before. So Morph's deception is very good.
Case of the body
guys-
snatchers, man.
You guys asked about it and were suspicious, but he rolled better.
This is just fueling Callum's paranoia, in a dark way.
Well, you don't know what's happening yet. You're upstairs.
Oh yeah, but this is the fudge that would could you imagine having to question every person you knew? You know that there's an evil person out there who's taking over the identities of these people. and you're seeing it like firsthand. Oh yeah,
he's in handcuffs now.
but they were in a building with technology where they were able to take powers. We still don't know how they were doing it. I mean, obviously they're leaving corpses behind, so probably not the cleanest methods, but
yeah. So far we only confirmed they messed with your gravity powers, though.
Well, and the teleporting powers that they put into the helmet.
Oh, the exchange powers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you this since you guys haven't. I'm surprised you haven't asked.
What was Ralph's ability?
Ralph's ability was memory manipulation.
Oh, okay.
How do I know any of this is real?
Well, okay, because they have Exchange's ability in that helmet. And oh, by the way, we still have the helmet in good condition. And I'm just wondering if they got Ralph's ability in some form. Both their brains were removed, so I'm just guessing.
What if the handcuffs made you forget how to use powers?
There you go.
I don't know, but what is the handcuffs' purpose? What were they functionally serving? And that's the only thing I could think of is what if they, they put you in a time everyone knows how to run, everyone knows how to walk, but if someone made you forget how to walk, you would literally just be laying on the ground I don't know what to do.
Dang, crawling is tough. They should invent something better.
I mean, yeah, it would be something so simple, but if someone made you forget how to use your powers, you wouldn't be able to do the things you do.
So Luke was going to give us something.
Nobody did this. I was waiting for the moment that someone would do this, but now that it's all over, I'll just tell you because you'd have the opportunity to do it in a little bit more depth. If you had looked into the devices, this would have given you hints about what they do. Rather than peeing on your cuff armband or whatever, I was expecting you to do an investigation check against it. The shattered remnants of the armband, because you're a super advanced physicist, you can see that this is a technology that had only been theoretical before this. It produces theoretical, until now, gravitons, counteracting your ability, specifically your ability. So around anyone else, this does nothing. It was built as a way to control you. They had targeted specifically you to harness your ability. Capture? No.
Extract.
Extract is a better word. Yes. Extract. My God. Extract your power from you.
We will assimilate your gravity.
Will be added to our own. The motorcycle helmet from tests that you do later and Katana's suit that she never got a chance to use, by the way, both contain the biology of both, was there Annie, Toya, and Exchange. So they were able to somehow extract these powers from them and put their body parts into the motorcycle helmet and the suit. So it became a biological piece at that point. And we'll say this, since we're skipping ahead a little bit, we'll say some of the guards clue you in onto how they did it, and it was by harnessing Hardware's ability. So they had basically wiped Hardware's memory. He is basically brain dead, and they're using his body to use the power to put these biological abilities into non-living objects. So they're doing it by using Hardware's power. And meanwhile, Hardware has been taken to a hospital to try to reinstall Windows. I don't know what you call it, but
Flash OS.
So they're trying to reboot Hardware, but they have not had luck yet.
Well, you can't reboot Hardware,
right?
On a personal level, I really hate what you've done to me, because on my character sheet, I literally have gravity sensitive as one of his powers, where I can sense gravities. So I just never did a perception check, and it's just I literally have the ability to sense these things, and I never checked, and it's brutal.
I was waiting for it this whole time. I was like, why has he not asked what this device does? Why is he so? I want to destroy it, device. Okay.
Yeah, I was just no, this is awful. Get it out, blow it up.
Yeah. I'm very surprised.
Problems in his rational mind.
Yeah, I guess not, right?
All these things happened in a day. I know it's we are separating ourselves over months, because it's been a minute, but this is in a matter of hours that he has gone from kidnapped to seeing, all of these random people being experimented on and stuff, and now like all of it's just crazy.
Yeah, it was 1 hour from escaping back to the facility because you waited just long enough to lose your exhausted.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 hour.
Which took everyone had to get together and suit up and all.
The last 4 sessions has probably been 2 hours. So that's fighting always takes so fucking long.
It's fun.
Yeah, you got to punch someone in the face a bunch of times.
Well, I do have to say though, even though this does take a long time, like the distilled podcast that you're creating is excellent.
There's one thing I want to try to get through. You get back, Geoff has you write up your like after action report for all this stuff that's been going on, and he wants to meet with you all to talk about what you had written in your report and some events, but he wants to do it individually. So I'm going to do this one at a time. Who wants to go first? Can you go top down? I had Edward first on my list.
I can go first if you want.
Okay. Be right back, everyone. And then once I have you all, I'll drag you one by one. So I'll do what? My list is Edward, Zack, Jade, Callum.
No worries.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll drag you to the private room thing, and I'll record stuff.
The invisible room.
Yes. Okay.
Dun dun dun.
That's where Dad takes us to yell at us.
Oh no.
Hello. Okay. Geoff calls you into his office to talk about the after action report, and he goes, nice work. I know people lost their lives. You seem to do your best to try to save as many as you could. My main reason for calling you here is not actually to talk about the after action report. It's to tell you the things that I learned about Danielle. So I was able to use the device that you gave me from the outside actor that you were able to convince to give it to us, this helmet. And I was able to look into Danielle's past.
Okay.
And it turns out that she's been working and meeting with Russia and the SES. We're going to need a way to deal with this problem. And I suspect an upcoming civil war if we don't deal with this the right way. She's an idol, basically. We can't just depose her.
Right. If the word gets out what she did, everybody would turn against Phi, I guess would be what you're saying.
Yeah. And if she decides to fight back, we'd be fighting one of the strongest. And I don't know that the public would take our side. So we need a way to deal with this quietly and in a way that we're not going to be the villains.
Well, any ideas?
I have one. I have some contacts at Frylock's. And if you don't remember, Frylock's is the people who built the powered prison. They'd been working on a strong sedative. Hopefully it could be strong enough to bring her down into a medical coma, and we can just say she got ill and try to keep her in this sleep state.
Has she ever been ill before?
She has. Usually it came from fights, but
I was just checking. It's not like this is gonna be the first time it happened, so it's not suspicious or anything.
She doesn't parade her illnesses to the public, so it's gonna be odd for sure, but I feel like more plausible than she was an enemy spy. And I just wanted to make sure you were on my side. I don't know who I can trust. I want to try to, this is very sensitive information, so since I'd called you and I'd trust you from what you did, not spilling the beans is a weird thing to say. Not telling your team about what happened in Russia, or what not was it? We didn't go to Russia. You went to near Russia when we met with the SES before. I trust you for not telling the team, so I wanted to bring you on board.
So do we know why she's meeting with Russia?
It didn't seem like it was voluntary completely. It seemed like they maybe have some leverage over her. I didn't quite get the specific details. She's met with them many, many times. So I need to get a second read, but it doesn't seem like she's completely willing, but she's been doing this for a while.
We need to find out what this is and not just try to sedate her. We need to,
find out what she's hiding and why.
It's not a bad idea. I worry about her finding out, though. If she finds out, we're going to have a very powerful adversary.
Yeah, I think it might be worth the risk, because if it's one, we don't want to throw one of our own and one of our best, just throw them away just because something looks off one time.
My plan was just make her go to sleep, then we do the investigation, and if we turns out that she's innocent of this, we just wake her up. And
I think we do the investigation first if we think we can get away without her finding it.
It's risky, but we can try it.
Yeah.
Okay, send in the next.
Okay.
Trade ya. Okay, you go back.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, oh, you guys...
Me?
Wait, oh, you just pulled me aside.
I did pull you aside. Geoff pulls you into the office and he says, I know there was a lot of people that died. It's unfortunate. We hate to see the loss of life. You seem to try everything you could to save as many of the people, and I appreciate your efforts. Sometimes people don't make it. But that's actually not why I wanted to talk to you. I was hoping to talk to you about a situation that has developed with Danielle. I was able to use the helmet on her, and I found out that she is working with Russia, and she's been meeting with SES.
Wait, so you use the amplifying helmet?
Yes, I was able to...
Isn't that technology also from Russia?
No, it's not a Russian device.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Just making sure, Geoff. Just making sure.
So, Danielle, we're going to need to deal with this problem. We can't simply just accuse her and depose her, because the public will lose all trust in Phi. She is the leader of this organization. So saying she's an enemy spy is just going to cripple the public trust of it.
Yeah, but what kind of read did you get on her? Like, just simply that she was... I mean, is there something specific that you got from her, Geoff?
Yes, she met with both the Russian government and leaders within SES.
Do you know what about, if you don't mind me asking? Like,
she's been feeding them details about Phi's operation and U.S. secrets.
okay, so there's some sort of, like, expected relationship they have, talking about what's going on at both of their headquarters? Like, theirs as well as Phi's?
From what I saw, she was not getting any intel back. She was just giving it to them.
Alright, the only reason why I asked, Geoff, is because, like, that's pretty serious, and I don't know if maybe Danielle, since she's been at this since forever, is trying to establish some sort of global purpose.
How would she be serving American interests by giving away weapon technology to enemies of the state?
Well, I mean, I don't have all the details, but I mean, I'm not suggesting that she's serving American interests. I'm suggesting that maybe her effort is to serve more of a global interest, and there's a greater agenda for Danielle. Just throwing it out there that maybe not, like what she's doing is not entirely bad, even if it is in the short term or what we see right now. I'm wondering if there's a greater purpose to her actions, and it's not strictly just traitorous, if you know what I mean.
If any military had seen this, she would have been immediately charged with treason.
Well, sure.
It's a lucky that it was us that saw it first. And
yeah, and it's also us that needs to, I don't know, look out for her interests at the same time. I'm just saying that maybe it's, I don't know, you know the details, I guess. You have more specifics than I do, but I'm keeping an open mind. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Danielle's been doing good for a long time, and I have to believe that she's still trying to do something good there, even if it doesn't look so right at the surface glance.
All right. Well, I'm just worried about her finding out about us and trying to stop us. And so my main goal with talking with you was to see if it ever came down to choosing between me and her, you chose me.
Oh, well, all right, Geoff, I need to be level with you here. Like, as it stands right now, like, yes, I would definitely be on the side most wholesome to Phi, but I have voiced that I would expect that there's some greater, like, meaning behind what she's doing that's not just malicious, and I'm
all for
open-minded to that.
investigating.
Yes, okay, cool.
We'll have to definitely keep this in private, though. If she finds out, she would be one of the most powerful adversaries we could ever face.
Well, I mean, what are you planning? Like, how much investigation have you done, I guess?
So this is just preliminary still. I want to get a second read or a third read and see if I can get more details about the specifics about why.
I feel like we owe it to her to try to get those specifics before we just cast her out. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely agree. I worry about her finding out, and I want to take cautions because she could literally tear us apart with her bare hands. So not getting on her bad side would probably be good. Now that I have information of her secret, I worry about her harming us to keep it.
Well, apparently you feel confident enough to talk to us here at Phi about this.
I'm trying to gather allies with people I trust before I investigate any further. And just in case anything ever happens to me, you guys have a place to look.
Well, can Cooper Corp be of any assistance? You just let us know.
Okay, I'll do that. And you can send the next one in.
Okay. Also, on that note, Geoff, if you need me to do any hacking as my alter ego, that's available too.
I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll trade you out.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Geoff calls you back into his office, and he says, welcome. Great work on trying to save as many lives as you can with the situation that happened with the warehouse. I know we lost a few good people, but I know you did your best to save as many as you could. I wanted to talk to you about something else, though. That was my main reason for calling you in, was not to talk about the warehouse. I wanted to talk to you about Danielle. So I was able to use the device that you brought in, the helmet, that amplified the mind reading, and I got a read on her, and it turns out that she is working for Russia and with the SES.
What? No way.
So your skills, I think, are going to be the most vital in this upcoming few weeks. We can't just convict her of a crime and take her out of office. First, because she's a public idol, and if we do that, the public is going to turn against us. And second, because she could literally tear us in half with her hands, and I don't think anybody wants that as an opponent in a fight, so I think we have to act with secrecy when we're dealing with this.
Yeah.
I'd been working with some key members of Frylox, the company that built the powered prison, and they had been developing a way to sedate Danielle, at least until we can do an investigation and fully confirm that she is not an enemy spy. And I think your skills are the one set that we need in order to pull this off. And of course, we're not gonna blame. We're not saying she's guilty yet. We want to do an investigation, but if we're wrong, we're just trying to be cautious, because if we're wrong and she is a violent enemy agent, we all have lost.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that she is not able to harm anybody while we do this investigation, and we can tell the public that she just got sick. It's rare, but it has happened before, and that way we can do the investigation without alerting people. And mainly the reason I wanted to bring you in is I wanted to make sure that if we come to the situation where it comes down to Danielle is telling you one thing and I'm telling you another, that we can decide that Danielle can't be trusted.
Gotcha. How did you come by this information? What makes you think?
I saw her. I was able to use the device that you brought in, the mind reading amplification device, and I was able to view her meeting with Russia and SES. So she met with them and gave them United States weapons documents and military troop movements, all sorts of things that could be marked her as a traitor immediately if it was seen by military. So there's got to be a better explanation, but I'm not prepared to just surrender to her without some type of safety measure in place.
So what do you need me to do? How do you want to use my powers?
It's not your teleportation that we need. It's your street skills we need. We need to sedate her without her knowledge. We need your sleight of hand.
Oh, gotcha. What's the plan then? How are we going to go about that?
Based on what I've heard from the developer at Frylox, it's just a food additive or a drink additive. It's a clear liquid. You can just put it on food or in a drink, and it should knock her out for a few days.
Gotcha. So should I set up a meeting with her, or are you going to take care of that, or how?
I'll schedule something for everybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I appreciate you not telling the rest of the team about this in case they don't side with us. Like, I don't know who I can trust, so I wanna try to keep it as need to know as possible.
Oh, so you didn't talk to the other teammates about what we're doing with Danielle?
I did, but I want to get a read on everybody before I say let's work together.
I see. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, anytime. I got your back.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, God.
Welcome.
Get over her.
So I heard you've been murdering people. Geoff calls you into the office, and he says, so this is about the warehouse. I know we lost people, and that can be frustrating. You can't do what you did. I'm disappointed.
Jeff, we're not law enforcement.
We are law enforcement.
No, we're an organization full of superheroes. We make the rules, Jeffrey.
It's about the public image. Like, I don't care about these murderers. If that had been caught by a civilian, that could have been very bad for the organization. They deserved it, sure. But the image of the company needs to be cleaner than that. We can't be known as the executioners. So you have to rein it in, even if you're dealing with psychopaths and murderers. But that's actually not what I wanted to talk to you about. That's a FYI. We need to be very careful with our own. Like, I'm glad you didn't kill Morph. We need people like him to be tried for their crimes. We can't just be killing our own like that.
Callum sits back in his chair, arms crossed. Just listening.
What I want to talk to you about is something more important. So, I was able to get a read on Danielle with the device you guys brought in, and it turns out she's working with Russia and meeting with the SCS regularly.
Callum moves forward.
She's been trading them U.S. weapons and troop movements. Any military asset that would have seen this, any leader, would have immediately charged her with treason. This means that Danielle very likely is a Russian spy. I'm not concrete on that yet. I want to get another read to confirm it, but we need to take some steps in order to deal with her, and there's a few problems with that on its own.
We can't just call the cops.
She's the leader of the organization and an American Idol, not the TV show. She is an American hero. There we go. So many of the public look up to her. If we charge her as a Russian spy, public opinion of the organization is just going to go right down the toilet. We need to deal with this very quietly if possible.
How do you take out Atlas holding up the world when we live on the world?
I'm glad you asked. So I've actually been working ever since I found this out with Frylox, the company that works building the powered prison, and they've developed a sedative that they believe would work on her. It'll probably knock her out for a few days, and we can probably IV some more in, or put in some gas form or something, and so we can keep her unconscious until we can conclusively confirm whether or not she's an agent of Russia. I'm not ready to say that she is definitely an agent, but I don't want to have to fight her. I think we're all going to get torn to shreds if we have to fight Danielle. I didn't want to believe it at first, but you can't hide what your memories hold. So I wanted your support in dealing with Danielle.
Whatever you need, Geoff. But something needs to be done. And we need to stop holding ourselves back. When the world comes at us with guns and they aim to kill, what are we?
If the guns are being held by regular people, take it out. Take it out of their hands. Take off their hands, I don't care. But we need to hold caution when it comes to people like us. We need to give them at least a fair shot to explain themselves, to see why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe their powers are causing them to do this. We don't know. We need to take a breath before we just end anybody that might have a power.
What if someone like me comes along and doesn't do the right thing? How much trouble could they cause? How many lives could they take? And we're going to let those types of people just exist?
That's why we have a prison.
But you put all the bad people in one spot. Isn't that just going to cause issues? What if they break out? What if we're stuck dealing with all of them in one place? Just...
We'll catch them again.
feel like we're just taking all the problems of today, passing them to the future.
Maybe in the future we'll have a better solution to deal with it.
I hope we see it, Day, that we don't have to deal with these types of problems.
Me too.
But I know it won't be here. But you'll have me to the end, Geoff.
Excellent. All right. I appreciate you keeping this to yourself as much as possible. I know you work closely with your team, but I wanted to make sure I could trust everybody before I move too far in advance.
And Geoff, after today, I don't know how the team's gonna react. I didn't see the point in keeping them alive after all the evil they've done.
You can tell them I chewed you out for the deaths, but I really don't care. Okay, we go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys talk about anything?
No, we didn't, because we weren't sure if we had different discussions with you, so we thought we wouldn't spoil it.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you waited. Now you're all back. Geoff reminds you all that, like, he met with you all for a reason. You don't have to talk to each other, but you can. So if you wanted to say anything to each other, you could. And remember, Geoff is also a psychic, so he wouldn't likely know that you did, so, which you're welcome to if you'd like.
Well,
Hi, guys.
I feel.
Where are we now?
Back in the office. You guys are in Phi. You guys have all just met with Geoff. You return to your office, like the cubicle that you guys all share together, the big cubicle.
Maybe a floor. We have like a little operations floor.
I'm leaning back on my chair, just, chilling out. My legs on the table, crossed, saying nothing.
Okay, if you don't want to say anything, that's cool too. If you want it, I'll keep it to your chest, then that's fine.
Well, all right. How about this? Just a vibe check on everybody here. So we all had a private conversation with Geoff. How are we all feeling after that? We feel confident, not confident? We don't have to reveal any details. Just kind of a vibe check.
I may have. Callum will stand up. I may have taken things too far today, but the safety of this team is my number one concern. And he's gonna sit back down.
appreciate that.
I mean, I guess now I have more concerns.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I have a general sense of nervousness about the future. Don't know if I want to say.
Great. This is great.
Yeah, don't know if I want to say any more than that. We gotta.
I just lean back on my chair and do a stretch. Just not saying nothing. Seeing what you guys have to say.
We're gonna have to be careful going forward, guys. Not that we weren't careful already. But
If anyone wants to hang out, I'm going back to Cooper Corp.
no,
I have nothing. Okay. Cool.
So,
So
yeah.
we're separating. Nobody really said much.
I'm heading now. It's been a long day.
Okay, Geoff ends up sending out a group email, and he sets up a leadership dinner, and it's between all of the upper advisors within Phi. So you'll see Danielle, Andrea, Hannah, Janie, and Geoff, and then Geoff specifically invited your group to meet with them. So it's all of the upper echelon of Phi, and it's like he's really proud of the work that you're doing. This is what he said in the invitation. He's really proud of the work you're doing, and he wanted you to get some one-on-one time with the leadership.
cool.
Yeah. So that's set for 5 days from now. RSVP.
It's like it's a leadership get together.
Yes. It's like in a office, like what's it called? A meeting room in the upper floors of Phi. They're having it fancy catered with a bunch of fancy dinner food, steaks and lobsters and all that craziness. All that.
Is the envelope red?
No.
Oh.
It's a standard. It's an email. It's not even an envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Fair
Is the
point.
email in red plain text?
Only if it's marked priority.
Yeah, no, you can mark it as red.
Oh God.
Sorry, where is it taking place?
It's one of the upper floors of Phi, so it's within the headquarters.
All right.
And it's the entire leadership. Note here that one of the invited is Hannah, so if you guys go, you will not have powers.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's in 5 days' time.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of the first things we're gonna do next session, and that is the end of Arc 5.
Neat.
Yeah.
Did you say we have to decide to RSVP to that?
Yeah, you could choose not to go if you'd like.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm curious how you guys are gonna play your one-on-one meetings.
I don't think Callum's gonna go to that.
You're not gonna go?
To be around someone to lose his power after just losing it. No, that's
Fudge.
Okay.
Oh man.
that'd be straight up PTSD, man. That'd be crazy.
I'm gonna go. Gonna RSVP yes, and then go find some, go shopping and get a nice, outfit for the get together. So I look
Fancy. Oh yeah, it is a black tie affair, not red tie.
Yeah.
So, are we allowed to bring any plus ones, or are we just privately invited? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Hey,
you guys.
So at the start of next session, Luke, can you put, if you got notes there as a reminder, can you put it down the reminder that we want to go over that poem again?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Before that, yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
idea. Ooh, and maybe reference any of the names on the who's going list to the people we're investigating.
Yep.
It's the 5 alive members of the upper group of 5. So the 5 founding members that are still alive.
Sorry, what are their names?
Andrea, Danielle, Geoff, Janie, and Hannah.
Ooh, does Jeff's powers work when he's in?
No, nobody's powers work around it. Hannah.
Okay, internal and external powers are.
So
are
it's
suppressed.
technically a roll, but it's a very high roll to beat. So it is possible to get powers, but generally for 6 seconds, and then generally it goes back off. So it's possible to briefly get your powers, but not for very long.
little blips.
We have 5 days.
Yes.
Do you mind if we do a session before that?
Yeah, no, I was planning to.
Oh, wait, sorry, what do you mean?
I try to do an intermission session between arcs. So the next arc starts with that.
Okay, so before we do that, then what do you have planned for us?
I don't plan the intermissions.
Oh, but we have an option to do intermission, and then is that when we also get more points or something too?
Yeah, you'll get more points too.
Okay.
Callum wants to go get that suit from the fixer, or not the fixer, the fence.
Oh, I was like the fixer.
Yeah.
Right to jail. Take his. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you could do that. That's doable. Yeah, you'll have more points to put into your powers or equipment, whatever you want to do. And, Jade has a flashbang that she's never used.
I was
also
actually
haven't
looking at
used
smoke.
my firepower either.
You've always wanted
really
to teleport. You never want to attack from range.
I know. I never think. I just want to punch people in the face.
Maybe have a fire punch.
Unless, Luke, you're going to remind us for our intermission sessions, I would recommend everybody just take note of what your one-on-one conversation with Geoff was.
Oh, that's smart, yeah.
Because you're going to probably want to react during your intermission session, just saying.
I'll give you this. All of yours was similar. They were not all the same, but they were similar.
You spoiled it.
So the big I don't. There's details that were different for everybody though. So there are. I'm not going to say what the details were, but they were similar.
I'm going to ask a question. Did Geoff and I exchange code phrases when we sat down for our meeting? Because I feel like I forgot to mention that, but I feel like Callum would have 100% immediately said the code phrase to Geoff.
Morph is in jail now, but
I don't think it really would have mattered.
Geoff also matches up your code words. He gets the right words.
Kumquat. Oh, JJ.
What's for dinner tonight? Kumquats. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's all I had. So yeah, next time it'll be decide on which powers you want to upgrade and stuff, and then we'll do a fun intermission.
So I have things that I want to do before we go to that meeting, and I know we have the intermission session, but I think the things that I want to do, we could actually do in a one-on-one. But yeah.
Okay, we can do one-on-one. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because there's things that I want to do without the group in response. So,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, the things I want to do, I don't want them to be privy to what I'm doing, and I think it would spoil it. So what Zack wants to do is not, and that's why I said I was leaving. So yeah.
Okay, cool beans. I'll see you guys later.
A few real-life days later, we pick up with a solo Zack on his quest for more info at Cooper Corp.
Welcome to Golden Squad Hackerhood.
Yeah.
All right, there's one thing that I wanted to do. I was going to save it for the intermission, but I think it is better to... Yeah, because I'm going to have it be Cooper Corp is the one who introduces this. So
I can also keep it on the down low until our next episode, so...
No, it's fine. I think you're the one to introduce it because it's fitting for what your corp does already. Maybe a day later, after the warehouse raid, the details kind of get out about, like, on the news about what happened, and some, like, VP of technology or something comes up to you and says, I heard about what happened. The loss of life is terrible, but I have something that might be able to make what happened a little bit better. One of the technologies we've been working on is a way to store human memories in a physical device.
Okay.
And maybe this can help with getting hardware better.
Oh, I see. So, because they're working on hardware right now, are you thinking that what we've come to learn might be able to help in restoring his capability of having memory, or...
Maybe this device can integrate with his body and help recover some of the memories he's lost. It's designed more for humans. I'm not sure how it's going to work unpowered, but
it seems like it's worth a shot.
Yeah, if you want to share it with him, it's a Cooper Corp exclusive technology right now. But we've had pretty successful results with it. So if you'd like to bring it to Phi to share this memory external hard drive, it might help in recovery.
Yeah, I mean, we should definitely do that. I guess, are there any negatives to be aware of?
We haven't found any yet. There might be some in regards to, like, storing your memories externally. Maybe someone could gain insight into your head, but...
What's the confidentiality on this right now? I mean, we're not public with this at all, right? So...
No, it's
okay.
Cooper Corp exclusive.
Okay.
So if you'd want to take one and try to give it to some of the people over at the medical facilities at Phi, then maybe they could use it to help bring hardware back.
And are we worried about this being misused at all? Does it need to have, like, my direct oversight in its use, or is this something that we can safely give to Phi and expect them to responsibly handle it?
There's not a huge risk of mistreatment. They say the biggest risk is you store your memories on this thing.
So privacy.
Yeah, and someone else can see your memories. But
okay.
If it's inside hardware's head, that's less of an issue.
Okay, so there is a privacy concern there. I will definitely communicate that, and we'll work out a plan. But yeah, we should definitely see what Phi can do with this on hardware.
All right. That was one of the things that I thought Cooper Corp would be good for.
Cool.
On to hacking. That was, like, weird. Okay. What do you want to do?
So Zack wants to get a bigger picture here. So the idea is I'm going to have to look into... What is her name? Why am I forgetting her name?
Danielle?
Danielle. I was thinking Diane. I'm going to have to look into Diane's coming and goings, if you will. I'm going to have to see what information I can get on Danielle and her connection to the Russian organization, and as well as what the Russian organization has been doing in general. So definitely want to hack on both of those ends and abuse, like, whatever capabilities I have because of my inside access to Phi to get a bigger picture there. So it's really going to be tying together her actions and activities and the Russian ones. And some of the underlying thinking here is that there may be other parties at play, that, like, the Russian organization is not the only factor here. I guess I'm not trying to confirm any sort of assumption other than there's more information to be had here, and sort of try to build a picture of what's going on. If I'm tracking what Danielle's coming and goings are with them, like, what are what's coming out of that? What are the results of that? And maybe I won't get much there, but getting a better understanding of the Russian organization as a whole, at the very least, will help paint a bigger picture of kind of where they stand in general, not just where they stand in opposition. So,
okay.
And I'm secretly hoping. The only thing I'm secretly hoping is to find out that there's maybe other parties at play or other organizations that we're just not focusing on. But we'll see. Depends on what information is garnered from communications with the Russians, right?
Yeah.
If it's all of a sudden I'm like, wait, who's this other character here? Like, what? So, yeah.
So you listed a few things. Russia, you want to like hack the Russian agency, the SES. And also, do you want to hack like PHI secured files on?
Oh, that's interesting. I think anything Danielle's touched would be what I'm thinking. Like, so trying to track her activity. Yeah.
So like her email or her like expense reports and stuff?
Well, so more like if she's accessing things, right? Then they need to know, okay, well, what things does she have access to in order to see if she's accessing them? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So whatever she has access to, I'm going to try to get access to as well, at least as far as understanding that she accessed it, if that makes sense. But yeah. So there's tracking her activity. As far as like expense reports and stuff, I guess I'm not super concerned with that because I feel like she would cover that up. But the things that she can't cover up are like those more like dire pieces, like the information that maybe she needs access to. But like, not reporting expense is pretty simple. But yeah. So tracking what she has access to and potentially trying to uncover whatever that is to get more insight on it.
So it's not just what she has access to, because that's nearly everything, but what she has seen.
Yeah. Well, because like she has access to everything, right? But if I have enough access to say she's accessing this over and over and over and over, and it's like, okay, well, if she's accessing this, then what is that?
Like access logs. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what in Russia? You're going to be like anything that involves the word Danielle or something?
Or external communications. Because what I'm expecting, so maybe it's something that happens in steps, right? Where we go, okay, well, it looks like Danielle's interested in this thing, right? So then that gives me something to...
Okay, let's do it one at a time. Let's do Russia. So you're going to hack Russia.
Okay.
Do you care about being stealthy?
Absolutely. What do you mean?
So we're going to do this in two parts.
Okay.
Or I'm not going to do stealth, because you're not hiding your body, you're hiding your hacking. So they're both going to be technology roles. You're going to do two roles, one for getting in and one for getting noticed.
Okay.
And both PHI and the SDS are like super top secret. So these are difficult things to get into and easier to get noticed doing.
Yeah, my hope was that what I am now privy to, being with PHI and tracing the past and stuff, is that I have a little bit of an advantage there, even though it will still be difficult. Like some of the obvious pitfalls will not be a thing.
So yeah, it might make the PHI hack a little bit easier, but the Russia one is still challenging.
Okay.
Having the PHI information doesn't help you with the Russia hack so much.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Two rolls.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. I got a 19 on the dice on that one. I do have to ask, though, before we continue. If I get a low roll, is my luck reset? Or how many hero points? I think I only have, like, 1 hero point. And I have 0 luck, is what I ended the last part with.
Okay, so you got 1 hero point. And it'll reset...
later.
After the intermission.
Okay, so I only have the 1 hero point. I rolled a 19 on this one, so that puts me at 30, because I have plus 11.
And what was the... What's the second one before?
Yeah, let me find the second one. Hold on. I rolled this one. No way. That was also a 19. I don't feel like that's fair.
2 30s. Man. Okay.
Well, I mean, okay, so next one's a 15. I'm just like, I keep rolling high, and I'm like, what is going on? Am I like, I'm not cheating here, but next one's 11. Next one's 11. Next one's 18. I'm being self-conscious because I was noticing my high rolls in the beginning. Been using the same dice, And I'm like, why am I not rolling less? Is it I'm always rolling it the same way? I roll it to the side, and it's like it's always ending up. Nope, that was a 3. Okay, I'm just wigging myself out here.
Okay, so in the Russia database, you find like a record of Danielle coming to Russia. It includes photos of her.
So Russian hack.
Yeah,
we find photos of Danielle.
Yeah, they're several years old, but they're photos of Danielle coming to Russia, along with some documents of like her under some code name being anticipated. You can see that some of the like Russian officials have it written on their calendars tracking the meeting between her and them.
Oh, so they've logged the meetings?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The Russian officials, yeah, that she met with. The photos are not of them together. It's more like photos of her arriving. Her flying in, I guess. She probably wouldn't take a plane.
Okay.
Mainly, they're talking about cooperation between Phi and SES. There's not really much about secrets that you find. She did meet with them, but there's no details about receiving or getting like state secrets from her in these files.
Okay. So there talks about cooperating, but there's no like treason or state secrets or anything like that.
No.
Okay. That's in the logs.
Right. Yeah. So they have like Danielle, whatever Danielle's code name is in Russia. The code name for her says that she's coming and she's here to talk about some cooperation summit. No mention of anything classified being given to them or anything like that.
Okay.
And you are unnoticed, so this hack does not set off any alarms in Russia.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of good information right there. But all of this is from several years ago?
Yes.
So the logs are from several years ago?
Yeah. These reports are like 4 years old.
So Geoff's been probing her mind. He potentially is getting information from the past and not the present just because she's thinking about it.
Potentially.
He doesn't know how recent it is.
Yeah, he doesn't get a date of the memory.
Okay, so I'm thinking that he's not necessarily understanding when these memories were from, if these logs are that old, or it's possibly the case that I wasn't able to get more recent information. So, well, I think I want to try to figure out if I can see if she's recently been going to Russia to see if it lines up or if it, makes me think that I haven't gotten the whole picture.
Okay. So hack Phi now?
I'm gonna hack, Danielle. Man, I wonder actually if I can try to. That would be kind of hard. I'm just trying to think. Okay, so the photos of Danielle coming to Russia, were those like in the logs or documents that were tied to her codename or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I can get like if I can hack like a recent history of coming and going, like a recent history of video footage, and I'm wondering if I can do that somewhere in Russia to capture her presence, and see if like there's anything recent in the last like month or two. Just trying to see if she actually has been to Russia in the last month or two. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking of. Otherwise, I can just try to hack Danielle to see if she's going. But I mean, I don't know if that's hackable. Like her just flying over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I already hacked their communications and there's nothing recent regarding her, then I'm thinking my last effort to try to confirm if she's recently been there is just going to be other forms of video footage of her coming and going. So that's what I'm thinking. The next thing I want to hack is something along those lines of just recent records, and then if I'm able to get recent records, then just running like a recognition software to see if she's anywhere in them. That's all I can think of as far as confirming whether or not she's recently been. And otherwise, I'm just going to assume that her coming and going was old, and maybe Geoff is mistaken.
Okay.
Or at least whatever he's gathering is old memories. So.
Okay. Danielle has her own personal stuff. You could hack that, or she has like the business account that you'd have to go through Phi. And her personal stuff is probably less secure.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's do the personal stuff just to see, because maybe there's something else that she's doing that might add some more controversy to this. Who knows what that detail might be. So I definitely feel confident in hacking the personal stuff. Beyond that, maybe the video footage stuff, like I was saying. But yeah, we can do her personal stuff. Let's do that.
Okay. So in this one, the difficulty rating is going to be a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Roll once for getting in and once for getting caught.
Okay. Rolling once for getting in. I got a 13, so that's going to be plus 11, 24 total.
Okay.
And then roll again. That one was a 16, so plus 11, 27.
Okay. You do get access to her personal accounts, and you do find a suspicious-looking email. This email mentions a few things that you'd probably find interesting. It, first of all, is going to kind of like a gibberish account. So it's like just a bunch of numbers and letters is the account name. And it's at a temporary email hosting service. So like at tempemail.com or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it mentions getting files. So it says something along the lines of, I will get you the files. I wanted to check in on Amelia.
Okay.
And I'll get back to you when I'm next able to. It's very vague. And it was sent somewhere around like 6 months ago.
Okay.
And there was no replies or anything like that.
All right, so that's what I get from the personal hack on Danielle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just throw it in the air. So my hack on the Russian place, right? Does it matter if I attempt to try to hack the most recent camera stuff, or was that just kind of all-inclusive?
That was like the SCS. If you have a specific thing you want to hack, you need to hack all of Russia or something like that. But like if you have somewhere in mind outside of SCS that you'd want to look at.
So that included video footage at SCS. So there's no recent, there's nothing, like that was my thorough understanding that nothing recent has happened. That the only thing
at SCS, correct. Yeah, with your role, that included the video footage.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. I don't really think I can follow up on the whole Amelia thing. There's not enough information there. But okay, so we're kind of painting this picture here. Are there any other organizations that might be operating or trying to operate on some scale in a similar fashion to SCS or Phi?
Yeah, there's a few countries that have their own versions of it. For the most part, they've been cooperating with Phi and been allies of the United States.
I would like to kind of do a similar thing like I did on the SCS to see if there is, like on those different organizations, if there is any sort of cooperation happening between them and the SCS, and if Danielle fits into any of that with her in that same swoop, if there is any mention between them of Danielle kind of thing.
Okay.
But my goal is to see if the SCS is cooperating with these places, because we know, obviously, they're cooperating with Phi.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if they're simultaneously trying to maintain relationships with the SCS, so...
Okay, now I have to figure out how many they're going to be.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I'd mentioned some before, but I don't know. I never gave, like, how many there are in the world.
Well, I mean, whatever is potentially, like, worth it towards the plot, I mean, that's all that matters.
There's definitely one in the UK. There's one in Germany. One in... I said Mossad was one, because Mossad had got powers at one point. And then UAE.
Okay.
I should probably do, like, South Africa, too.
Really?
Okay.
Okay, so like a South Africa.
Yeah. And then in this verse, China had a Phi branch. So China was... The superheroes of China are part of Phi.
Okay.
And there's several other, like, Phi branches around the world, too. I think Mexico has a Phi branch. I don't know if I ever said that. I don't have anything in South America. Whatever.
Okay.
There's probably a Phi branch down there, too. Okay, so you wanna hack all of those?
Yeah, because they're all separate organizations. The UK, Germany, Mossad, UAE, South Africa. Those are all separate organizations that may have relationships. Yeah, I realize that if I already have access to the SCS, that maybe the best bet is to try to like double back to that access I already have, since that'd be easier of a hacking like extension, if you will, to just see if the SCS has any like information on the other organizations, like if it seems like they are allied with or working with the other organizations at all. That might be a safer route than trying to hack the other organization.
That's so you do get some more information there. They're at the same kind of level with the UK and German branches as they are with Phi, so kind of not like rivals. They are slightly more in favorable of Mossad and the UAE.
Oh, so hold on. So they are similarly allied with UK and Germany?
No, they are rivals with UK and Germany.
Oh, just like they're rivals to Phi.
Yeah. They have more of a friendlier stance towards Mossad and UAE.
And then what about South Africa?
Neutral.
Okay. So that, I mean, pretty much paints the same picture. Well, not really. I mean, we did find out that they have some dealings with Mossad and UAE potentially. The thing is, I might expect that Danielle was doing a similar thing with Mossad and UAE. So I definitely want to, since Mossad is generally neutral, I'm thinking about it doing one more hack and probably on Mossad, maybe UAE. I'm not sure which of those would be harder or easier, but my goal is just to see if anything similar happened with them and Danielle and if the timeline was also the same.
So hacking Mossad to see whether or not Danielle...
Yeah, like she did the same thing she did with the Russian SCS, just to see like if she's been trying to like orchestrate some sort of cooperation thing. So yeah.
Okay.
Is UAE or Mossad like a more difficult or less difficult attempt?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
And as far as like from what you learned from the intelligence gathering stuff.
Oh, well, I was gonna say let's do UAE, not Mossad, since UAE is ambiguous and Mossad's neutral. Let's not, just in case something goes wrong. So let's go with UAE. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, UAE is a little bit more antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
Mossad is more neutral to Fi. Okay, so UAE, roll your 2 checks.
Okay. Oh. All right, that was a 1, so I'm gonna use a hero point.
Well, roll the other one first, because the first one is whether or not you get information. The second one is whether or not you get caught. In this case, the second roll is probably more important.
Okay. The second roll was an 8, so that's going to be a total of a 19.
And the first roll was
a nat 1. Oh yeah, well 12, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I should use a hero point to like...
So what happens in this case is you try to log in, you try to get through the like back secure servers. And you can retcon this with your hero point if you'd like. So you try to get in through their like backdoor servers. It fails, and you can see that a trace has been started, but you close it very quickly after you see that information like on the back end. So they get the beginning of a trace before you close the connection. So they likely did not get your exact location or who you were, but they know something happened and you did not get in.
And so that would be more to the second roll I did, right?
Yeah. So if you want to leave it at that, you know that they're not going to pinpoint it directly on you because you were able to close the connection quickly. They at the very least know that someone tried to access their info.
So I can try to re-roll my secondary roll. That's like the access roll, or that's like the stealthy roll or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's to not let them know that someone tried to get in. If you
Okay.
re-roll the first roll, then you might actually get some info, but they'll still know.
Oh, I see. I think I'd rather keep this. Oh, man, to stir the pot or not. And again, I'm just gambling, right? So
Yeah, you don't know that this will net anything useful.
no, I'm gonna keep it stealthy because otherwise, they'll probably if I'm there getting information, they'll probably be able to track it. So I need to make sure I'm stealthy at all costs. So I'm gonna use a hero point and try to be stealthy. So I'll try rolling again.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. And this is not with the hero point. It's not like base 10 if I get lower. Or is it like with luck?
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Okay, I got a 15, so now I'm at 26 total.
You squash their tracker and erase logs of it.
Okay, so all right, there's that. But I don't imagine that my 12 gets anything of information. I don't know.
No, you can't get through their firewalls.
Who did I give my last luck to? I shouldn't have done that.
I think it was Edward
I think it was, yeah.
Throw a book.
Yeah, something like that, or Cal. I don't remember. Anyway, that's okay. Okay, well, there's no tracks there, but another day, UAE, another day.
So you have Phi left to hack, if you want to.
Hacking Phi?
Yeah, There's secure like corporate server stuff. And I'll give you a minor advantage for this.
I am not so sure that I care to hack Fi after discovering what I've discovered with Danielle so far, with the Russian stuff and with her personal email thing. I don't think that she would be doing anything over those like secure lines kind of thing. I'm not sure. The most I could think of is potentially just talking directly with Geoff about any sort of involvement in the past or efforts to try and get them to cooperate, just to kind of like see if that was ever a thing. How long have I been at Fi?
Like 2 years.
Okay, so this would have been before Golden Squad was involved.
What was?
The meetings between Danielle and the CS, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I guess it's more a matter of if I want to just go straight to Geoff or if I want to try hacking Fi to confirm any like attempts to. And that is interesting too. Like I don't know if Geoff has an agenda or not. So that's curious. Huh. I want to hack Geoff.
Oh, okay.
I want to hack his personal.
You're good?
Okay. So personally hacking Geoff. I rolled a 19. This is my favorite dice ever.
What are you looking for? Just
I mean, I did just roll a nat 1, but still, like the 19. Yeah. Okay. So that makes it a 30. Well, I'm looking for anything suspicious with Jeff's personal stuff. I'm trying to see if Geoff has any sort of agenda or any communication going on, and you know, if we're potentially being played by Geoff as well, because he made that comment about making sure whose side we're on, like there's some sort of side to be had. So I want to see if there's anything, you know, revealing sides or conflicts or Danielle with other.
Several recent searches on his history about Danielle's history. So he's been searching connections between Danielle and Russia.
That's not good. Come on, Geoff.
I didn't expect you to hack Geoff, so I have to think of this on the fly a little bit.
Oh, that's fine.
You do notice one other thing that's kind of interesting. Geoff has reached out to Russia as well. It's
recently,
somewhat, since Golden Squad has started. We'll say in the last few months. You see his communication about meeting with some SES members and booking a trip to visit them. He has a schedule on his computer about going and visiting them in Minsk.
Okay.
I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe. Roll insight.
All right. 18 plus. What was my 7 on? Is my insight 7? Yeah, I have lots of insight. Yeah. So 25.
Looking at calendar records and stuff. This was the trip that he and Edward went on to go visit and speak with Russia. I don't know if Edward or he actually said that, but that's what happened. For your purposes, there was a time 3 sessions ago or 4 sessions ago where I took Edward aside. That's what he did.
Okay.
Yeah, so Geoff and Edward went to Minsk on a mission, and they met with SES.
Okay.
And so the itinerary details are on his personality account. Not any of the content of what happened at the meeting, but the fact that he met with them is there.
Okay, so just to be totally clear here, he's reached out to Russia somewhat recently within the last few months, and separately, more like 6 months ago, he did a trip there with Edward.
Yes.
Okay.
I said that funky. The one that was I said the timeline is I don't know when, how long in game time has passed since.
Okay, sure. Well, the most recent one.
Yeah. The most recent one was with Edward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the most recent communication. Okay.
Yes, he was with Edward the most recent time.
And then what you're saying is that there were other times he went, maybe 6+ months ago.
Yes. Or I don't know about went, but there's other
communication.
Yeah. Other trips or meetings planned. But the details of what was said is not included in personal. There are other times that he had met with or had meetings planned with SES leadership on his calendar.
Okay. Okay, so nothing substantial there. Yeah.
I'll give you this. Yes, this is good. Okay. Another very active contact of his is with Frylox, the pharmaceutical company. He's been working with them to develop powerful sedatives. Can't remember. Did he tell you about this in the meeting?
There was something about Frylox, but I don't super remember off the top of my head. Like, I just remember Frylox coming up a lot.
He's basically talking with, in the communications, he's talking with a researcher at Frylox, and he's asking them for a powerful sedative that could incapacitate a powered person for potentially days. And then he stresses non-lethal and no lasting effects or anything like that, but it should render them unconscious or at least immobile.
Okay.
And the researcher that responds with, it's on track for development.
Okay. And this is recent?
Yes, this is like the last few days.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, Geoff doesn't seem very secure. I'm worried. I'm worried for Geoff's own safety.
You rolled a 19. You got a 30. Like, you're the best hacker in the world, pretty much rolling into his account.
Yeah, but I rolled a 1 on the UAE, so that was dubious. But I mean, he's just a personal account, so like whatever. This is how it should go.
On the scale of difficulty, a 35 is an impossible task. That's how hard. So a 30 is damn near impossible. So
yeah.
As far as security, it can't get much better than he has, and you still broke it.
Oh, he actually had a 30?
No, you have a 30.
Gotcha. Oh, well, I know that. That's why I was like, did I like literally land on it? Like, oh god. Well, I mean, and I have the plus 11 to set technology as, I'm like, I don't think I need more than that. Hopefully not. Right. So I have a little bit of a picture here with Geoff. I worry for his own safety, the fact that he's just going off looking into Danielle and stuff like this. So I can see what's going on there.
I'll say that his personal account security is pretty high, but you were still able to get past it. So this is not this is like a secured account that you broke into.
Yeah. Okay. Gosh. To put together more of the potential picture, but weighing risk and rewards here. I'm out of hero points. I feel like I'm gonna have to hack UAE another day. So the one thing I didn't do is hack like Phi specifically.
Right.
I have a gut feeling it's not a good idea. I feel like I've gotten lucky, and I'm out of like luck and hero points. So I have a feeling I don't want to just throw that all off and be like, oh, by the way, guys, Zack's no longer with us. Like, what? Oh.
I will say that it has the course to change what happens in the next arc.
If I were to fail, yeah.
Or pass. Like, what your decisions here can change what happens in the next arc.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's why I was like, I have to do this before I do the next arc planning, because this is going to determine what happens in the next arc.
Okay.
I have 2 arcs planned, but and then they're likely both going to happen. I might have to make one like a minor subplot of an arc, but yeah, this is determining what arc is next, basically.
Do I have so is the potential hack on Phi a little bit easier than SES?
Yes, because you have working knowledge.
Okay, the DC is easier, right? Okay. And I have to roll twice on that one or just once?
Twice.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna do it. Whatever happens, we'll get through it. I'll do it. So let me know what I need to do.
Yeah, roll for getting in.
Okay. My first roll is a 16. 27 total.
Okay.
Because plus 11. And what's its next roll for?
Stealth.
Oh, I got a 14, so that's 25 total.
You find, through looking through the Phi corporate structures, that there are a secure data log, I guess you could say, of Danielle accessing secret files within the last 6 months. There are several sets of files that have Danielle's access requests, maybe 5 or 6 times in the last 6 months. So she downloaded a copy of this file to her like local machine.
Oh, one file or these sets of files?
Sets of files, I guess. It's probably more than one. So she downloads a set of files 5 different times, so different files. She gets 5 sets of files downloaded to her machine over the past 6 months ish.
Okay.
So this is after the trips to Russia.
Okay.
And the files themselves, you don't get full details as to what they are, but it has kind of like a redacted view that you can see. And from the redacted view, it looks to be things like powered troop locations of the U.S. and like deployment schedules for missile defense and things like that.
Okay. You said this happened after the trips to Russia. Do you mean our trip to Russia as a group, or do you mean her trips to Russia?
Both.
Well, yeah. So, but her trips to Russia, because you had said in the last
4 years. Yeah. 4 years is when she went to Russia, and then you guys went to Russia like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and this is all after that.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's within the last 6 months.
okay. Yep.
This is around the same timeline. Like I think Edward went maybe 2 months ago or so, sometime before and after that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around there. That sounds right.
Yeah. I cut you off. So you had said they seem to be about like powered troop locations in the U.S., missile deployment schedules, sensitive things of that nature.
Do you want more examples?
All the files are about this, or are they about anything else?
There's one about research into technology for power removal,
Okay.
but from what it was heavily redacted, so you don't like the header was like powered removal research.
So I don't get the specific details about it, but I do get the general. Yeah. So there were 5 sets. So you're saying one of them was about that, and the other 4 were about more like U.S. type stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all of it, yeah?
Yeah, that's all of it. The relevant stuff.
Okay.
I'm assuming your scope is focused on things relating to Danielle in Russia.
Yeah, the other scope I was wondering is, I guess this is all towards Danielle, yeah, so I'm not sure if I should try to go for Geoff too, but
I'll give you one piece. So that because you know the dates and the date range and stuff for the communication with that Geoff had with Russia. So the details are in the corporate account of what was discussed there in that call. So with Edward, Geoff discussed removing. So this was actually, I said months ago. It was probably more like weeks ago. But anyway, when he went to Russia with Edward, he discussed Russia withdrawing support for any Russian agents operating within U.S. boundaries, because they, at this point, you guys had figured out that Morph was somewhere. He was doing something. So Geoff wanted to try to cut state funding off from him.
okay.
The idea was give Russia incentive not to fund spies on U.S. soil. And Russia ended up agreeing. The cost of it was allowing U.S. scientists to be transferred to Russia to work on a special project.
Okay, I feel like I have to wrap my head around that. So what about this with Edward? Geoff discussed this.
Edward was there.
Oh, okay, so Edward and Geoff.
Yeah.
So, okay, so, when he went to Russia, when they went to Russia, Russia would,
Cut funding to its operatives on U.S. soil.
okay, so,
Of the ones you know of, Void and Morph are both on U.S. soil. Cut funding to them, and in exchange, the U.S. would allow them access to scientists for a Russian project.
but would send scientists over there.
The way it was written was like allow Russia to make like employment offers for these scientists, and the U.S. not block it. So allow the scientists to work in Russia.
Okay, so that's what Edward and Geoff went to talk about.
Yeah. Roll insight.
Okay, let me do that. Now I got a 12 plus 7 is 19.
Hey, you're gonna be the first person to figure this out, probably. I don't know if you have figured this out already. The timeline for I never expressly said this to anyone. I was seeing if you guys would piece it together.
Well, this is what I wanted my character to be able to do, was information gathering, so...
The timeline for that meeting with Russia and the disappearance of the people with Morph lines up like almost 1-to-1. So the kidnapping of people is directly after Russia dropped funding.
Okay, gotcha.
So people started going missing directly after Russia started not funding the spies, I don't know, whatever you call them.
Yeah. Okay, so the timeline for meeting with Russia, for that meeting with Russia, and then the disappearance of people with Morph lines up 1-to-1. So right after that meeting, they just kidnapped a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And went back to Russia.
So yeah, Morph's kidnappings of people started directly after Russia dropped their funding.
And that's what led us going to Russia to do that whole debacle there.
What? No, not that kidnapping.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking this is like when they took crystal arms.
Recent kidnapping. Hugh Gloop and Annie Toya and Ralph, whatever his name was. Those kidnappings, the recent kidnappings, happened directly after Russia said they dropped funding. So this is recent. This isn't like months ago in real time.
Okay, I was like, is this the crystal arms and them? Because we went over there. I was like, oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll say 2 months ago, Edward and Geoff met the SES, and then 1 month ago, Hardware went missing. 2 weeks ago, Exchange and Annie Toya and Hugh Gloop and Ralph Sentinel went missing.
Okay.
Somewhere, something like that. I don't have the timeline written down, but something like that. So not very long after that meeting did people start going missing. It was within like a week or two.
So then potentially one of the next things to kind of investigate is what scientists maybe went to Russia, if anyone is gone.
I'll give you that for free.
Oh.
For the majority, scientists were rocket scientists. There were a few like aeronautical engineers and a few in material science.
Cool. Well, damn.
Most of that info nobody else has.
Yeah, I'm wondering if well, obviously I'm not going to share it with anyone offline. I'll have to maybe share it with them when we're back online together.
Definitely prefer that.
Yeah, and then we'll see if they even want to hear about it.
Anything else you want to look into?
I want to look into getting some food because I'm starving. So...
Yeah, me too.
I feel like this is good for now. I really don't... Without the luck and the hero points, I don't feel like trying to go any further.
Okay, I'll give you one little more detail. Roll an easy investigation check.
Well, I have lots of investigation. Well, I rolled a 14, so I have a plus.
Okay. So, just out of curiosity, you type in to Google Danielle Amelia.
Okay.
And it comes up with a story dated back to the 80s of young Danielle Meadows. That's her last name, by the way. With her friend Amelia. And it's in a newspaper article, and it says, like, Amelia Lopez or whatever dies in car accident. And it's a story about how Danielle's best friend growing up, Amelia, was tragically killed in this car accident not long after Danielle got her powers.
Oh, okay. It's funny, like, I could have, like, thought, oh, I'm gonna Google search Danielle and Amelia or whatever, and I just didn't do that, so that's
Yeah, no, that's why I was surprised. I was like, I'll give you that one, because that's...
Well, I'm glad you at least put it behind, like, an insight check, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, there's no way that would ever, crop up something, but yeah, why not, why not?
As far as the story goes, Amelia was Danielle's old friend who was killed long ago.
Yeah, and she consequently got her powers right afterwards, though.
No, before. She got her powers before she was killed.
Oh, I see. Do we know how soon after? Like years or months or?
Yeah, she had her powers for like 8 years before she was killed.
Oh, okay, so about 8 years after she got her powers.
Yeah, Amelia was killed in a car accident. Died. Yeah, she was died. Yeah, so Amelia got killed in like 1983-ish. I'm trying to think about how old Danielle would have been. But Amelia died in a car accident in the 80s sometime. And I think Danielle got her powers in 75.
And she wasn't with Amelia when Amelia got in the accident. Like, this was just like a separate event or something, and it just happened.
Right.
Wait, so she wasn't with Amelia during the car accident?
Correct.
Okay. What else did the article say about the car crash or whatever? Like, was it an accident? Was Amelia driving? Or was she a passenger?
She was driving alone, and she was hit by like a drunk driver. And did you say when was it?
No, just those. I'm just according to the report, she was driving alone and hit by a drunk driver.
Right.
What city?
New York.
Okay. How old was Amelia?
Her and Danielle grew up together, so same age as Danielle.
Okay, and what was Amelia like? What do we know about Amelia? Like, what kind of work did she do? What was she involved in?
That I didn't write down.
Oh, okay. Well, then it must not be relevant, so that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, what she did for a job, I could make it up, but she is a social worker.
Yeah, I was just trying to probe, like, potentially relevant information, so that's fine.
She did not work at 5, that's what you're asking.
Okay. Well, she's not dead, so maybe not dead. We'll find out. Okay. Who? Yeah, man.
It's looking like the next arc is going to go like I had first planned, which is good. I don't have to replan too much.
Oh, really? But you said potentially I could have... Okay.
Yeah, if you had made different choices, it could have gone differently.
Cool.
And this concludes episode 34, as well as the Impersonation arc. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a wild ride. Next time we pick up with the team having some much-needed time off from Phi, and enjoying a tribute concert. But of course, there's no rest for the righteous. See you soon!